Hello there. Hello there. How's it going? Hope y'all are doing well. Yeah. What food you getting? Yeah, nice long weekend. Feels good. Tokyo Joe's. What are you getting from Tokyo Joe's? Sushi? I don't know what Tokyo Joe's has, but I would get the katsu chicken. Oh, chicken and rice bowl. Nice. Sounds good. All right. Well, I'm gonna join up with Guude, and we're gonna plate some stuff up. I love katsu. It's very good. Heyo.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing?
I'm okay.
Good.
Got a long weekend,
What you got
which
going on this
feels good.
weekend?
Well,
Oh,
nothing.
oh, it's
Nothing
Labor
yet.
Day, right?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah, when you said long weekend, my first thought was like, yeah, I got a lot to do this weekend.
Oh no, quite the opposite.
That's good. How's work been?
It's been good. I mean, status quo, basically.
I just remember like last time you were like kind of overwhelmed. We talked about it. There's like a lot going on.
Yeah, yeah, ups and downs. Last week was rough. This week, not so bad.
It's good. It's good. Dropping shit. I hadn't really had much going on this week myself. Just been streaming
Yeah.
each day. Yeah.
In your case, I feel like a week where not much happens. Probably good.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, can't complain whenever it's boring. You can't visit yet. I haven't opened the thing, and I gotta make sure I get Coe in here before I do anything because this game is fucky.
Before everything breaks.
Yeah. Okay, I've sent an invite.
Okay. I
I'm
have
a little worried
accepted the invite.
because the game updated
Uh-oh.
since we last played. So far, it looks like the mods are working, but problem maybe.
I'm here.
All right. Um,
That's some stray noodles out there.
where?
Here, like hovering in the air above my head.
Hold on. I'm opening Open Chef, and that's covering up where you're standing. Give me just a second. Is it still set where they can ruin our lives? It is. Okay. Oh no, that's on the ceiling. That's a light. That's a
Oh,
ceiling light.
it looks exactly like a plate of the spaghetti in this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Uh, so We're doing taco? No, we're not. We're doing
Oh,
spaghetti.
yeah.
Do we have anything else on it? It's just spaghetti and broccoli right now, right?
Yes. I don't think we have anything else going on yet.
Okay. What's in here?
Also, I thought that said deceased mess, and I got confused about the tie. I was like, are they going to be like dressy zombies?
Yes. Oh, I guess this power sync is what we were hoping for, right?
Yes. We were looking for a better dish handling situation.
I still need a sink for my bullshit, though, unfortunately. All right, I have to throw away the... Yeah, I remember now. I've forgotten that we have to throw away the water.
Yeah, I think we were looking to figure out a better trash can. Is that what we have in
Yeah, I
here?
don't think we've researched that yet, have we? No, we haven't. Okay, but we will have a better one. We can make it where the tables create no mess.
Can we?
Yeah.
How do we do that?
We just need one more tie.
Oh,
I guess this abstract light will do it.
yeah.
Okay. There was no mess. So that's cool. And I guess we can have one more bar table up here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess I'm ready if you are. I always worry coming back after a playthrough that like everything's gonna go horribly wrong the moment you start back up.
Yeah, no, it's
People
all.
can do visit in your chat now to join. I don't know if it announced over there, but
Oh, yeah, it did.
okay. All right. All
That's.
right. Here we go.
It's all come rushing back. I remember how this goes now. I just have to remember the controls.
I keep grabbing broccoli and I want noodles.
Oh yeah, they instantly want their food as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot we got that card. Okay. He wants broccoli.
Already he wants the broccoli.
Did you research?
No, I did not because they immediately wanted food. But I can try and find a good time to run and do that. Shit. Hello?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
No, yeah, that's not the problem. I can't.
Oh, I think we got the thing that lets them leave mess. Just set it on a counter.
Okay. I can't.
Oh wait.
I couldn't wash the. Oh, the dish was already washed. I'm sorry. I was losing my mind.
Hey, it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I guess we didn't get the card to let them leave food. I was thinking that that's what had happened. You had like food that you couldn't wash off.
Oh no. Like I there was a clean plate in there, and my brain broke. It's not a good time for my brain to break on this, because these people are hangry. He's running the show, folks.
I'm just helping. There's a piece of broccoli up there for that guy at the top.
Oh, perfect. Are we running the copy machine or no?
You don't have to, because we're not gonna need any of this shit more than once. We just want one trash can that's good, right? And we're kind of strapped for time, so you ain't got time to be fucking with that. We got people outside. We got to clear some tables.
Yeah.
It's raining, and they'll get upset. It's fucking trash, dude.
We need a plain spaghetti. Well, not plain, but no. Brock. Thank you. And another.
Another one.
Get that.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem. No problem. You want broccoli? Oh God, which one is it? You? Oh, thank goodness. Uh-oh. We need a regular... We need a regular spaghetti here.
Okay, it's down there.
Oh, you did do it. Yep. Sorry. Doing it. I'm a fool. Another regular spaghetti.
Okay. So stressed right now.
We're barely hanging on. But
Oh, there's a guy
it's okay.
outside too. We need to get that table.
Getting it. I'm getting it.
Okay.
We need another regular spaghetti.
God, it's so fucking close, dude. Them auto
It
ordering is
is
killing
close.
us, you know.
It is. Yeah, it's rough.
But I guess we have to turn the tables this quick, anyways. Otherwise, we're not gonna have people outside, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Regular spaghetti.
Yep. I had to take the trash out.
The one thing with this is it's so hard to tell where they actually are.
Right, because the tables are so close together.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm managing, but boy, oh boy. All right, we're gonna be all right. Maybe.
I grab one of these.
Okay.
Yeah, we should be fine.
Yep.
That one guy does want a broccoli that
Yeah, no
is
problem.
making me upset. So much trash everywhere.
Well, we need first. We need any spaghetti. That's what I call it. Any spaghetti. Whew. Photo finish.
Okay, that's
Scary, spooky.
fucking hell. Hopefully we got a good trash can. I guess maybe we should have copied so we could buy whatever. And then...
I copied
It's not the only
whatever
one.
you have on the left, and then I bailed out. Because I needed to get back to my job.
Yeah, that's only the expanded one.
Oven,
Fucking
counter,
oven.
ordering terminal. Whoop. Hello? There we go. Hob, portioner.
None of that.
None of it.
I guess the portioner actually is not a bad idea. Let's grab the portioner because we can put it beside the spaghetti, or not spaghetti, the broccoli, and there'll always just be a portion sitting on it.
Ah. Right, right. I guess we'll want to swap the sink and the...
Yeah, I need to find a better place for the sink, honestly. I
What?
need it constantly. I'm gonna get rid of that hob.
Hob.
This needs to be. Actually, I'm gonna move these around. That way, it's closer to where the center of the room is.
Okay.
Okay. What sink did we get? Because the wash basin might actually be better for us.
Oh.
Because it can hold 4. What do you think?
I don't know. I think I like the power sink. It's very fast.
Okay, I'm gonna buy this just so we have it, and I'm gonna get rid of this blueprint so we're not copying anything.
Okay.
I guess I'll re-roll our blueprints. Actually, maybe we'll get something good because we have never done that, and we got money.
Yeah, yeah. Do it. Power sink, scrubbing brush, mixer, specials menu, and kitchen floor protector.
So, if you got the scrubbing brush,
Uh-huh.
we should buy the scrubbing brush either way because it'll speed up your dishwashing. But it might make the wash basin make more sense.
Oh, I see, yeah. How do you use it?
You just put it in your hand at the start of the round. I'll put it over here by research. So if you start by research,
And it doesn't get in your way?
no, it just stays in your hand the whole time. If you fuck up and double click on a table, you can set it down on the table. That's the only time I've ever had it fuck me up, is when I sat it on a table and I'm like, now why can't I do anything? Oh, that's probably on your way to get to the copying machine, though. Put it here. So yeah, just the power sync with the brush is really fucking fast. It's like instant almost. So
Oh,
you
that
can try the
sounds
power
pretty
sync, and if you think you want to switch to the other one, we can after this round. Hopefully, we make it past this round. All right, I'm pressing the button. I've done it again.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It is bonkers.
And I guess if we do lose, we could do the franchise of this tonight. I don't think we'll make it through the whole night without losing no matter what.
Yeah, we'll get our asses kicked by something somewhere along the line here, no doubt. Especially if anybody gets to vote on anything.
Yeah, true. Today seems to be going better than it did yesterday, at least.
Yeah, we had like the getting back into it jitters, like you said.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But now we're awake. We're woke.
We're woke. Took me 14 years, but I'm having my woke stream now, I guess.
Here you go. Here you go. I still wish I could sprint in this game.
You're always a sprint.
You're right. I'm just not appreciative of my speed. Oh, he's all over it. Look at him go.
Sorry, I was just gonna help.
He's the cook that can do it all. No, you're good. Okay, yeah, I got it. Need a regular spaghetti. And a spaghetti with brock. Thank you.
Menu reset.
Oh, well, that's fine. We're fine.
Hope we got the compacting trash can.
I
this
don't
trash
think
can.
we did, unfortunately.
I think there's only 3 types of trash cans, so if we didn't, we'll definitely get it tomorrow.
We have so many regular spaghetti requesters.
If I ever have a restaurant, I will not have them dumping water in the trash can. We done it.
We have. We have done did it.
That's saying we probably want more than 1 compacting. I know they're kind of slow.
Let us see.
Oh, we got the compactor bin.
Coffee table, dishwasher, dining table, sink, and research desk.
I had locked in the research desk so that we could try to get a discount desk. So we should research that one.
Okay.
And I guess we could research the dining table too, so maybe we can get that last bar table we need. Oh, we should buy the coffee table too. That'll help us with overflow. Actually, maybe we should copy the coffee table.
Oh, okay.
That way we can just every day put down one. I'm just gonna buy both these compactor pins. If you want to grab that dining table to research outside.
Sure, sure, sure. Oop.
$10 to compact.
Anonymous,
One
thank
might be
you
enough. We're gonna find
for
out.
the gift
I'm gonna
sub.
try
Very much
using just
appreciated.
one. All right, you should be ready to research since we got 3.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Doing it.
Research and copy them all. All right. If you get to the point where you need to leave, and if this one's not copied, it's okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm hitting it.
Oh, no. Oh. I jumped the gun again.
Could swap where the pots are at with where the noodles are at.
Oh, sorry. Here.
Sorry, I was juggling over here. Yeah, I don't think we need 2 compactors. It seems to be just fine. Did you remember to grab your scrub brush? You did not.
Oops. It. Oh, well. It's still fast anyway, but I will go grab it. Let's see who's the worst here. You. 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 Oh gosh. Okay, now I really should have grabbed that scrub brush. It's alright, I will go grab it real quick. Got it. Grabbing this.
There's a dish in there whenever you.
Roger that. Getting it. Placing it. Washing it. Oh, I wish you would have put that on the noodles. There we go. Is it you? Oh, thank goodness. And, oh, shoot. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, okay. Got clean. Got clean. Okay, we got 2 about to blow up. I'm on it. Here's a broccoli. Give me that. Bang! Whoops. Well, it's fine. It's the worst. You're the worst. You're the worst. You're the worst.
So I have had to use the second compacting bin a couple times.
Ah, I see. I
It was
see.
good that I bought both.
That's good. Oop. Sorry, sir. There you go.
I was just trying to help you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Yeah, we're good.
Bang. I like to do little 360s, you know, just to show off my skill.
360 no plate.
Yep, pretty much. Ah, okay, you made an extra one for us to share, Lady in the Tramp style.
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I went instantly to the Disney reference because I knew you would.
It's the only thing I know. Oh no.
Here we go.
If they're nice, they'll choose relaxed atmosphere because they can't create mess. So if they want us to not die, you have one choice.
Ah. I don't know. I'm
I don't
cheesy
know if
on
this
Maine.
works for us or not.
Foxborn, thank you for the biddies.
Bugs chooses death. Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yeah. I think it counts all your chat's votes after. That's why we see that huge surge at the end.
Wow. So
I don't know if that's true. That's just what I decided last time. Because I was like, why is there always this big surge right at the end?
it's a two-tiered system in America. So what did we get?
Do not know.
Blueprint desk is what this is. How do I? I hate how hard it is to just look at what's in there.
Oh no, that's okay.
It's okay.
I was thinking if you left it in there, you wouldn't have to worry about copying it again. I can't tell what this is.
I can't put it back.
That's okay. You can't put it back now. It's not a big deal. It's really not. We could buy it. Maybe we'll get an extra blueprint each day then.
Okay.
And we got the fancy tablecloths. That's not the one we wanted. We should buy one of those coffee tables though. And we should just do that every fucking day. Buy a coffee table.
Okay.
It's the top. Yeah.
There.
And just like set it in the dining room. I'm just
Ripped it from my
fucking like-
hands.
took it away from you. No. No, sir. I think if we put that fancy tablecloth right here, it wouldn't join with the others, and we technically get paid more money from those people. I think that's how it works. Could try it.
On this last table up here?
No, like in that gap right there.
In the
I don't think
gap,
the
huh?
fancy table joins with regular tables. Hell yeah.
Nice.
And they'll technically give us more money, not that we really need it, but
Now what happens if motherfuckers go to that coffee table?
they come whenever, instead of standing outside,
Oh,
they
they'll
come in and
just-
sit at the coffee table.
They'll chill. I see.
Yeah. And then we can't lose to a line outside, basically. So if we just buy shitloads of coffee tables, those fill up inside instead of outside. It only saves us a little bit of time, but it does save us some.
Do you want to move the cabinet the fancy table is in so it doesn't touch the upgrade desk? Huh?
Oh, they're saying we could keep copying the fancy table each time
Oh, I see.
and replace like the bar tables, basically. That way it doesn't switch to a different kind of table. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, if we just move this up here, it won't.
Oh, so it'll still get copied.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actually, though, we kind of need... You know what? I'm just going to buy this and put it down there because we need to research this conveyor.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
so now we're So now we're not gonna have an unlimited supply.
Because we only need one more table anyways, and then we'll be full on tables.
Oh, yeah, true. All right.
If we still want to be able to leave the room. Technically, we could put 2 more after this one.
Oh,
We
right.
don't want to leave the room.
We just live in here.
Yeah.
Well, we would have crane armed, which is really the only reason we need to leave the room.
Yeah, the crane arm is really nice. That they should have added that shit like day 1. Like moving or like the fact you had no inventory and you could only hold one thing at a time was so annoying whenever you had big setups.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Oh, I wanted to swap those. I forgot. It's not a big deal, but
I'm doing it. I did it.
you have to grab your scrub brush whenever you come back.
Roger that.
Do you have any friends
No.
still from? Yeah, honestly. From like high school or any time in your life?
Oh, no. Deeply not.
Do you have any friends that like are? Do you talk to anybody that's not a streamer or a content creator? That's not a family member.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I don't either. So this was not like a judgment call or some shit. I was just curious because in my experience, once you like, I would like when I had coworkers, when I worked in Fayetteville and I had coworkers fucking 20 years ago, I would talk to them while I worked there, but after I left, I never spoke to them again. And even like I would go to like parties and shit with them, like they'd have a house party or whatever. I mean, they're adults. It wasn't like the Sky Does Minecraft house parties that we went to. But yeah, and so like I'm thinking now all my friends have become content creators over the last 14, it'll be 14 years in October, since my first video.
Are you afraid we'll never talk again, Guude?
I think there's a good chance of that, honestly, and it's not on either of us. It's not that either of us don't like each other or anything. I just think that's what happens.
Oh yeah, I mean, just people are, it's like what's convenient. At the end of the day, mostly that's the way people operate, right?
Yeah.
And if it's inconvenient, then it's not that you don't like. It's not like you hate the person or whatever. It's just like, well, I'll talk to them later. I got shit to do. Blah blah blah. Whatever. And that's just sort of the natural calculation.
And then that never happens, basically.
Right. Exactly. And it sucks.
And then they die.
Life is short.
Yeah, that's the saddest part. Or the happiest part, I guess, depending on your perspective. Fucking hell. I wish I had another alternative,
Yeah, I hear you.
but I just really don't at this point.
Well, I mean, I feel similarly about stuff.
Yeah, I know we kind of talked about that like last week when you were talking about I had all this fucking time whenever YouTube was going great and I didn't use it to the best of my abilities. And there's probably lots of those stories for me too, where like I could have better used my time. Or I don't know, maybe if I hadn't let my ex-wife handle the finances, I wouldn't have had the tax problem I had.
Right, yeah.
All these thoughts of like, how should I have handled my life differently?
Yeah. Frick. This guy just gets a dirty plate. Here you go, bud. Enjoy. Eat up.
Are you doing okay around there? I haven't really looked.
I'm doing all right. It's
Forgetting.
dire straits at the moment, slightly.
gonna grab some of these plates.
Yeah.
Just to get them off of the. Or I grab
Thank
one.
you. Oh no! All right.
You got it. Grab that out, and I'll put this one in. All right.
All right.
And spaghetti time. Go. Like what's sad to say is the only person I really talk to when I'm not actually making content with him is Jeff. But I don't think any less. I would say no offense to you, my best friend in the whole group is probably Seth, but I don't ever talk to him. And so then it's like, well, is he? I don't know. Weird.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
I just put that.
You sure did.
I put it on your clean plate.
You did. It was amazing. It's something I've agonized about myself plenty of times, where it's like, I don't know. I'm an adult, but I don't have any like close friends.
This is close, Co. I got it.
He's doing it. He's doing it. I would have got it, but he did it. Bring me that plate.
I had stopped to drink water. Sorry.
I did it.
Hydrating.
There's just no time to survive. We're losing the big survival game.
The real one.
Yeah.
Did that desk become a discount desk by chance?
Yes. Yes, there's a discount desk in there.
Oh yeah. All right. I am now occurring.
You are. You want me to pull that discount desk out?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, we need to move all that shit around so that we can have it actually do something. It needs to go in here beside these other desks.
Ah.
I'm gonna move everything kind of like up, I guess.
Okay.
And then just buy that one. And then just like set it in the row. Yeah.
Like, I'm tired of wanting a house. I'm tired of thinking about it.
I'm tired of being afraid I'm gonna lose mine.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wasn't saying that as like your problem isn't real.
No.
Yeah,
I
get it, 100%.
Everybody has problems coming from different directions.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Like, I definitely don't have a lot of problem, and like, there's not a whole lot of overlap between problems that you have and problems that I have, because we led different lives,
Right.
Like, Nakomi and I have no kids, so that's like, I mean, that used to be like steroids for being able to do whatever you want. But that's gone now.
Yeah, I don't have any kids, so I don't have that. Yeah.
Dinks or whatever, right?
Two people having an income and no kids.
Yeah, double income, no kids.
Yeah.
We're technically synced at the moment, and that's okay.
Right. I mean, that's where we're at right now. Single income with kid.
Right. Yeah.
And me and Jess have both been applying to jobs for over a month, and I'm getting nothing. So it's not been great in that regard. I want this to feed another mixer, and I guess I could do it this way, but it doesn't help me this way. I just need to wait for another conveyor, I guess. So next round I can have 2 mixers of tomato sauce.
Yeah. So then I'm running the whole gamut here, huh?
Yeah. I mean, at least you have the 2 incomes. I know Twitch isn't a lot. But at least your Twitch isn't going to the state either. That's one of my problems. So I'm
Right,
totally 100% relying on the charity of others.
Yeah.
Which is hard. Oh, I wanted to switch these. I'm gonna finally fucking do it. All right, I'm ready.
I am ready. Does it matter what order I do these in? Probably not, right?
No, doesn't matter. Oh, I keep doing this thing where I pick up broccoli for no reason. Oh, I could have the spaghetti sent to the thing. Yeah. If I get a corner grabber, I won't need another grabber anymore. I'm gonna serve some people just because busy. Oh, you want broccoli?
Oh man. Wait, why are they ordering?
They automatically order, remember?
They're not. Like, why are they waiting for you to interact?
Oh, fucking hell. I fucked up, Go. I fucked us.
What happened?
I fucked us. I gave broccoli to the wrong person. You know how you were talking about how, like, it's hard to tell who's who or whatever?
Yeah.
I gave broccoli to the wrong guy, and then he wanted fucking spaghetti, and then I gave that to the wrong guy as well. So, yeah, I just really fucked us. But that's okay.
I didn't understand why they were, like, wanting us to go up and take their order. Am I crazy?
Oh, were they? I didn't see that. They had already, like, they had asked for this shit.
Oh, I guess the game broke on my end.
Oh, must have. Yeah, because on my end, they definitely were like, this is what we want. God, which ones do we want to deal with? That one's okay. We need to pick one more. Instant service, I think, is what killed us, don't you think?
It was rough. It was definitely rough. We had no leeway.
I think broccoli's hard early on. I guess increased messes. That sucks, though, because it's hard to serve them because they throw the shit in our area. I think we keep the same, like, decoration thing or whatever. I don't think we get to choose that. So technically we'll eventually get rid of messes, but it'll be a long way.
Sorry, I was talking to Nakomi for a second there.
No worries. I guess I'm gonna do that one.
Yeah, that's probably the least consequences.
Like, instant service can be good if we can automate, but getting there is hard. Though we do have individual dining.
Right.
It's whatever. We'll see what happens. I haven't played a franchise in a really long time. I only have 12 available. Oh.
So what's different about it, other than that you just get to do what you were doing?
Card. So we start with a grabber, and that's really the only difference.
Oh.
We have, like, those cards that we picked to begin with. So we already have tables of 1 and shit like that, basically.
Right, okay.
I have to look up the code for our big kitchen, though. Give me just a second.
I was about to say, wasn't it some easy to remember thing, and then I didn't remember what it was.
No, it's just a really long fucking string of characters. Like, I'll send it to you on Discord so you can see. That's the code for our map.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. If you got that in memory, you're an android.
Yeah. How did anybody even figure that out? What the hell?
There's a website thing that you make the maps in, and then it generates that code. So it's all just part of a mod.
Okay, I see.
All right, I'm gonna start us with a power sink, and an extra life. So we can fail once.
Okay.
And we'll start with a grabber. That'll be good.
Sounds good.
Though until we get a mixture, the grabber won't really do a whole lot. You been playing RimWorld still?
Yeah. Yeah, Nakomi and I did a multiplayer one for a while.
Oh, okay. I know I'd asked about that last time. If you ever do a multiplayer, and you weren't at the time.
Yeah, it's not native. It's a mod situation, so it's a little. To be honest, for the most part, it's not bad. But I think that there's some jank things that have happened that I'm blaming on multiplayer.
Apparently, Oxygen Not Included has a multiplayer mod, but people were kind of giving it mixed reviews.
Oh, really?
If it's any good or not. I played that a bit recently. Because I never played the DLC before.
Yeah, me neither. How is it?
Have you played the game at all? You haven't, right?
I have.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I don't know why I thought you hadn't. I really like that game. The DLC is interesting because like you get your own like smaller asteroids, but you have to like traverse space basically. To like go to the other asteroids and colonize those as well, basically.
Huh. Yeah, I would have to survive Planet 1 first, which I don't really...
Oh, you never actually beat the whole thing all the way?
I don't think so, no.
I can't say that I have legitimately. I have, but it was with very much help from chat. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Put this other sink beside that one because I need it. Oh, and I need the trash can. Like, they all called it Zax plays, Guude plays, Oxygen Not Included.
I think the thing is I like playing with the systems too much with those games. And then I forget about the objective.
Yeah, it's a hard game too, honestly. Like the number of things you have to balance with like the heat, the starvation, like all of the things and the things you need to progress without overheating to the point that your colony dies is really hard.
Mm-hmm. I kind of forget how the heat goes. Is it just always rising? I know that you contribute to it with your...
Yeah. And like
shit
all
that
your
you do.
machines contribute, and then like your power system contribute, your little duplicates contribute. And like the only time I've won the game, I found a ginormous ice biome, and I was able to like run the pipes that aren't insulated all through my base, and so I was basically water cooling my entire base.
Oh, nice.
And that was the only time I've ever actually made it to where you build the starship or the spaceship and leave the asteroid. But yeah, every other time I've played, I just failed miserably.
That's cool, though.
I think there's some RNG involved as well, because in that particular playthrough, I found multiple natural gas vents, and I was able to use that for my power for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think there's definitely some RNG in that game, like what your world has and if it is suitable for survival. All right, I guess I'm ready. Day one, you should just spam the phone.
Yes, sir.
We should be fine. I'll throw a tomato over here for you to chop too. Maybe my phone idea was bad.
Yeah, we're dead good.
I think we are. It doesn't help that. Yeah, well, at least we're not actually dead. Like, it won't consider us dead. Oh, no. Hold on. I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let's start this day over.
Is
So we just
that
used our extra
allowed?
life. Yeah, it'll start it over. Huh. I didn't expect that many. You know why? I just realized why that didn't work. It's because we had the single tables.
Right.
And so we had the same number of normal customers for a day one, but they can only have one set at one table. So you know what I mean? Like they
Yeah.
couldn't all get
Yeah.
inside like normally they would.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay. So don't do that. That was bad advice. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You can call them some, just not all of them. I'll give you a
Did
tomato.
one little call. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, they're gonna be messy bitches.
Yeah, they are. Assholes. I can pick up that pasta. I always try to pour the water down the sink, and it never lets me. Right by those plates. Thank you. Oh, yeah, you didn't buy them. It's like something doesn't look right. I don't know what. That's all we need to do today. There's no research until we get another research desk, so.
Yeah.
Struggle with the whole, like, which button is it on the water half the time? They're not really throwing the mess in here for some reason. Normally they do.
It keeps like appearing and then instantly disappearing for some reason.
Oh, I think it's because you're dishwashing, probably.
Oh yeah, I'm blasting it away with water mess. I thought that would work for some reason. I was wrong. I think it would work in real life, right?
Yeah,
Oops.
for sure. I can just throw it at you.
For some reason, I put the sauce on a plate by itself. Well, that's okay. I will pour it on this other plate. But no. Not in video games. I will be clean before we are done. Yeah.
And around the person eating, not the table, so if they're a block away, it can't get in. Oh, so it normally gets in because there's people sitting on the left or right side of the table. Huh.
Ah.
The more you know, I guess. Oh, I didn't give us another research table. That's annoying. We should probably buy a dining table, I guess.
to go?
Very top, I think, will fit.
Like right here?
Yeah.
It was being a fuck.
Alright.
Give me tomato. Come on, you fucking idiot. Come on, moron. Come on. Come on. Eat this fucking spaghetti, you dummy. Alright, sorry.
My large udon noodles with tomato.
I don't know why. I just like how you can chase them around with the food. And when we really don't have a menu.
Yeah.
You know what they're getting. So
You
you
know
just,
what you're eating.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have a restaurant like that where I guess that's what like omakase is, right? Where like the chef decides.
Yeah,
Just show up and you're like, all right, I guess I'm eating whatever you tell me I'm eating. Sorry.
You're just under attack. Also, that wasn't directed at whoever's name was on that. I will admit I did not even look at the name. I'm sorry.
This is what Coe thinks of you, just so you know.
Yeah, I was not meaning to put you on blast there. Oh, was it Elfang? I'm sorry, Elfang. It was not meant for you. It was meant for your analog, your avatar, this stand-in puppet shadow version of yourself. Clearly not living up to the real Fang, as they're known, as they're called.
Three single finger wide spaghetti. Yeah, honestly. All right.
Time for pain. I mean, time for cool stuff. Oh. High standards doesn't seem too bad.
No, high standards is great. Our food can't burn. Spaghetti doesn't burn.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I'm always scared to say something. Like,
right, yeah.
Never know. Like early on, people are like, get them, stop them, get the knives.
I'm cheesy spaghetti on main. Have you considered construction?
What'd you say?
Have you considered construction?
For a job?
No.
I'll fucking die, Co.
Are you sure?
You know how many fucking ER trips I had last time I was in construction?
No, how many? I also didn't know that you had been in construction.
No, I was referring to the Subathon. That was.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was gonna say you became sort of a mountain man out there, cutting shit up and chopping shit down and banging shit up and knocking your head.
Knocking my head.
They give you hard hats when you actually have a job.
True. Maybe I could do it. What I want to do is find a couple of work from home jobs that I can mostly automate and then try to have multiple within the same 8-hour shift.
Oh shit. He's doing that.
Apparently that's a thing people do. I didn't know that. I once read an article about a guy that had a data entry job and he programmed his way around it. And then he worked there for 15 years and never actually worked there. And when I read it, I mean, this is a long time ago I read this shit. When I read it, it reminded me when I was assistant administrator. That's kind of what I did every day is I would come into work and be like, all right, what do I have to do? And how can I code it so I never have to do it again? And so by the time I quit that job, I was just coming to work and getting a report on everything that was done overnight. Some of it was unethical. Like the best way to deal with disk space on servers whenever your bosses won't listen to you, that we need to spread out our customers, is just delete their old emails. Because those are very large. And so I just wrote a cron that ran on every server, and if anyone had like 10 gigs of emails, I'm like, no, you don't. We never had another disk problem the entire time I worked there. That shit lasted for years. I wonder how many times tech support got called and be like, my emails are gone. And they're like, that's not possible.
Wow, it never made it back to you?
No, never. Never. Never heard anything about it.
My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, not everything I did was ethical. But in response to making this, before I released it, I also created a backup solution because the only backup solution they had was like Black Magic or something, and it didn't know Black Magic was a firewall. I don't know what the fucking name of this Linux software was, but it didn't work. Half the time there was no backup for customers. And so I just scrounged around and collected every old hard drive, and I built this giant fucking set of servers, and I just backed up everything on all the servers across like multiple machines that just had fucking 10 hard drives in each of them. And then I made a web interface where customer service could restore people's backups. Because so many tickets every day was restoring backups. It's like, there's no way I should not be spending my time doing this, for one thing. Like, I got better shit to do. I can be coding some shit that deletes people's shit. So why am I restoring backups? There should be a portal for the fucking customer service to do that. So that I did that, and then I started deleting shit too. So it was like a two-pronged approach. But anyways,
it seems like
I could miss that job, but I also don't.
Right.
Like, my boss sucked, I guess, is probably the worst of it.
A common problem.
Yeah, he was bipolar, and I don't know if that is an excuse for the way he acted sometimes, but there'd be times I'd come, like, here's an example. I came into work one day, and my desk was gone. He had replaced my desk with a table that was not ergonomically good at all. Like, my arms were like, I had to like hold my arms up to like my shoulders to even reach the fucking table to type or anything. And and where my desk went was where the table was at before, and the only thing on there was a printer. So he took away my desk to give me the printer desk. I don't even know. And I came into work and I'm like, why have you done this? And he just started screaming at me. And he's like, you don't question me. And I'm like, fuck you.
What the hell?
Yeah. I ended up getting suspended for this whole thing because I left and I went over to the main building because the system administrators were segregated in this little tiny building where our server room was at.
Right.
And I went over to the main building and I went to the CEO and I'm like, he's like, did you follow chain of command? I'm like, my boss is the CTO. Like, who else is there?
Yeah, what chain of command, buddy?
But I was like, yeah, I can't work under these conditions. And then I got suspended for jumping chain of command, which made no fucking sense. Because, again, it's like, okay.
Well, yeah, what did they want you... What?
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I definitely would have just quit, probably.
I have only quit from one job in my entire life. Every job I've ever had, I've worked for at least 3 years, and I've only ever walked out one time, and they begged me to come back. It was when I was working at Shoney's, and they had hired a new manager, and I was just the salad bar boy. That's what I did. I fucking ran the salad bar. And part of the salad bar shit was like washing all the dishes from the salad bar, like the pots and pans and all that shit that the shit on the salad bar goes into. And the things I had to, like, the few hot items that go on the salad bar, I had to cook shit, and I was responsible for cleaning up those dishes. And then I was supposed to clean the kitchen area, not where the cooking's happening, but like my kitchen area for like the salad bar. I didn't even realize we were done. Just here. But we got this new manager, and she was racist as all get out. I was the only white guy that worked there, and she treated me. I think it was racism. I can't confirm that. So let's just not say it was, but it's what it felt like.
Sure.
She treated me like shit, and I did not see her treat anyone else like this. And then one night we're cleaning the kitchen. And she gets I don't know if you've ever worked in a restaurant, but you normally take like a water hose and you go into like the walk-in and you just spray the fucking ground with it. And you spray the ground in the whole kitchen. Then you mop it and then you squeegee everything and down to a drain. And so I was doing all that. And when I got done, I come out and she's spraying these industrial ovens on the inside with this hose. And I'm like, oh no, you should not be doing that. I don't think that's no, we don't ever do that. And she's like, don't talk to me. I can do whatever I want. I'm like, it broke the ovens. These were like $15,000 ovens apparently, but it destroyed every oven Shoney's had.
Holy shit.
And so at the end of the night, I'm in there cleaning up, washing my dishes and shit. And the manager's office is right beside where I wash dishes. And I hear her on the phone going, Jason did it. Jason has ruined our ovens. He went and he sprayed them out with water and they're broken. And I went and I just left. Just walked right the fuck out. Didn't clock out, did nothing. Just left. And the next day, the general manager called me and he's like, so what happened? I'm like, that bitch is a fucking liar. I know better than to spray them with water. So she ended up getting fired and they hired me back. But I didn't work there for much longer. I ended up going to work at ISP. That's the other thing. I did not realize, I've never done the math on hourly wages. I've always had a salary job for the most part, except for whenever I worked at Shoney's or when I worked at a different restaurant.
Right.
And it was hourly or whatever. It's minimum wage, $7.25 or whatever. I don't think it was that much back then. But every other job I've ever had, it's been salary, right? Mm-hmm. So like whenever I left Shoney's and I went to go work at this place called Setlink, it was a dial-up ISP. And my salary was $45,000. And that sounded good to me. I was, 16 in high school.
Right.
I didn't know, like, for instance, yesterday, Jebediah in my chat was like, hey, man, my place of work is hiring for remote employment. The pay is $17.50 an hour. And I was like, okay, that sounds better than anything I can get around here. Because everything around here I've been looking at, it's like $8 an hour, $9 an hour, mm-hmm. shit like that. And so I did the math on $17.50 an hour. I haven't made that since I was 15 years old. Like, I didn't realize
like
how
in a good
bad
or
that
bad way
actually is. Yeah, it comes out to about $32,000 a year before taxes.
Right.
So, like I said, when I was in high school, I was making $45,000 a year in my salary job. After I left there and went to become assistant administrator, I was making $60,000 a year.
Yeah. I mean, that is pretty crazy.
So, like, I just didn't realize, I guess, and it makes me sound like an asshole, I think, that $17 an hour, it really isn't that much when you do the math.
No, I don't think it makes you sound like an asshole. I mean, I think a lot of stuff is just like, I think a lot of people just don't think about it.
Oh, wait, I gotta research. Or we have to research this math. We got time.
Yeah, we're good. These people don't even really care if we get them food, to be honest. They barely care. Yeah, I mean, when I jumped back into the workforce, the first job I got going back in was, so I screwed myself over in a couple different ways because I hadn't been in a job for a while, so I was low confidence, right? And when the listing that I went for was like 60 to 100, I think was what they had said. Mm-hmm. And but they still asked me what I wanted, and I said, well, I think 45 would be okay. So I basically,
God,
yeah, no, I know, I sabotaged myself. And but I mean,
obviously that's what they're going to give you too, right? If you tell a man, hey man, I'll give you $10 for that hamburger that's marked at 5, they're going to take it, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think most people are shitheads, yes.
Yeah.
But, I just was low confidence.
Right.
I felt lucky to get an interview at all because I hadn't worked in a million years.
I have wondered if there's something wrong with my resume in that every job that I list, I'm a CEO. Because that's all I've done, for the last 15 years is run companies.
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't list that.
Well, then what do I list? I have no other employment except for I worked at Shoney's.
I would just lie.
Just lie. I was the regional director of Toys R Us.
Well, I've heard that that's what people do, Guude. But more seriously, like, you could creatively scale down the way that you're... Because I would imagine that people look at that, and then they look at the job you're applying for. Like, come on, think about it, man. Wait, this says CEO. This dude's just a liar. And you know what I mean? Like, they're doing that kind of calculation in their head.
I mean, the thing is, it's so easily provable too. Like if you just look, I mean, most of my life, the last 14 years,
That
has
doesn't
been
matter,
spent
man.
online. You
That
know
is,
what I mean?
dude. That doesn't matter.
The jobs I'm applying for are content. I've been mostly applying for content creation management
No, I
at these
know.
content creation management companies. And basically, when I list like what Minecraft is, it's all about content creation management, right? Um,
But like, look though, like they're not gonna like launch an investigation, man.
sure.
Like 50% of resumes just are instantly chucked in the trash. Just about, they're just glancing and moving on. So
Right.
you need to, if you're not willing to outright lie, which I just said that I don't do that either, but what you can do is tell a different truth about yourself, and you could easily do that. You know,
What's the new truth? What am I? What's that look like?
well, I mean, you first of all, what you're referring to is not like jobs where you can't change what your title was. You were kind of your boss, right?
Sure. Okay, sure. Yeah, I could be
So
like lead content creation management.
exactly.
Sure.
Now you're using your noggin. Like, just I would gear it more towards trying to sort of play the odds a little bit.
I mean, that's what I was doing to some degree. Like, there was this one job where I told you about this. This was like a year ago, and then they wanted to hire me, but then I had honestly Minecraft got in the way because they had the marathon and shit planned. They literally were like, "We will hire you right now," and I was like, "But I do need this 2 weeks off, like in a month." And they're like, "Okay, never mind." Um,
That's
but
wild
it
to me.
was, huh?
That's wild to me because usually jobs will respect some like prior engagement shit you had
I mean,
because
that's what I told them. Like, we run this huge charity event, and that's the thing too. This company talked about how much they care about things like charity and giving back, and how liberal they are. The whole company, I think I told you about it before, but just it was a company that manages restaurants, and they have people go out and take photos of food and then promote those restaurants.
hmm
Um, and I was like, I can do that with my eyes closed. Um,
uh-huh.
and Oh, I think actually there was two things. There was the marathon, and literally the next week after my interview, I was leaving on a Disney cruise.
Oh, right, yeah.
So there was multiple problems that went against what they needed, but and so maybe to them that didn't look I was committed enough. Like, hey, I need a job, but I was going on a Disney cruise. It's like, bitch, I paid for that like before COVID. I mean, that shit's been in the bank for the last 2 years, waiting on the
Right.
world back.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you need a job? You're going on a Disney cruise. And it's like, well, okay, I banked that shit.
Sometimes you just get got by poor timing too.
Yeah, I suppose.
I've been stupidly
What?
lucky, man. That's all I can fucking say. I'm just a
I
lucky
mean, that's
guy.
how I feel about my life too, to be honest. Like, a lot of what has been successful was about the luck of the timing. Like, I think both of us saw a lot of popularity because we were in the right place at the right time whenever Minecraft became a thing, and I think that also leads to imposter syndrome.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, I have said plenty of times that the only reason that my series did anything was because of two things basically. I lucked into the Minecraft wave that I didn't know was coming, and then
Yeah.
also combined with the fact that I wasn't horrifically unpalatable like many content creators were at the time.
Yeah,
Was
there's
just
that
like a
too,
good
right?
combo. Yeah, there was a lot of that at the time, man. It was nightmarish out there.
We were talking earlier, and some people were watching my season 1, episode 1 from almost 14 years ago. And I talk
Mhm.
about the game like, hey guys, I found this indie game that no one's heard of. And I know you probably haven't seen it, but like, I want to check it out. It's just kind of funny in hindsight, It's like, yeah, this game that no one knows about, you're the first.
It was
At
kind
the
of
time,
wild.
like, there was like 10 people, I mean, there wasn't a lot. There was more than 10, but there wasn't a lot of people whenever you and I started that
Yeah, yeah.
knew what the game even was. I just I have a lot of regrets, I guess, now
hmm
that like I finally decided that you know the time has come,
Right, yeah.
and so like I wish I could have done some things different. I wish I had made different choices in some spots because I do. It's like the butterfly effect. I can see moments in time where I do think had I made a different choice, that I wouldn't be here today saying goodbye.
Right, yeah.
But hindsight's 2020. Oh,
Don't
no.
mention 2020.
Oh.
Sorry, stupid.
I've never heard anyone have that comeback. That's really funny.
Yeah, I mean, same. I think that's pretty normal. I wish that I didn't spiral into a depression in the height of when I should have been like figuring out how to be a good content creator.
Yeah.
But also that shit just never really left.
That's where I'm at right now, honestly. Is this all just depression? Am I just depressed for what I think might be the first time? I don't know. Every time I felt sad, people were telling me like, no, that's not depression. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I'm just sad. I got it. I'm not in your club, guys. I understand. Oh no.
What are y'all?
The one that we really like kind of sucks, but it's okay right now until it gets bad, right? It can get bad though. Right now, there's only one thing to order, but in 3 days.
Yeah, and they're not going to go, no, actually, I want spaghetti, right? They can't do that? Or can they?
Yeah, no. But once there's like spaghetti with cheese, they'll be like, I want spaghetti. Yeah. And then you'll go to fucking give it to them. They're like, what? Actually, I think I want cheese. Like, what? Tell me about it. Oh no, I almost bought the wrong thing. We're getting unlucky with our researches.
Yeah.
I mean, if I am successful in finding like 3 work from home jobs that I can automate, then I will stream because I'll work 24 hours in an 8-hour shift in the morning and then I'll stream at night, you know?
Well, yeah, I mean, that was basically where I was at, was like, as much as I've lamented like not having time, I still do have time. I still stream, and just having a job for me was much more, again, different problems from different directions, because I'm like, well, I could keep doing this forever, I guess, but like, we're not going to get anywhere. Our lives are just going to be,
right,
you know, nothing, I guess.
I guess my struggle is like, the moment the subathon, I'm living subathon to subathon right now. Yeah. And the moment it ends, I immediately, this last one, it ended when I had like 6,000 in the bank, but my bills per month are like $3,000 on average. And so very quickly that money did not exist anymore. And then now I'm putting things on credit cards that I can't pay. And so to me, it's just like, all right, like I feel like shit kind of, because it's like, I've put this burden on my viewers. Like, you have a job so that I can make content, I guess. You know what I mean, though?
Yeah. It's
like, because my ad revenue no longer exists because of poor choices I made in my past, where I have this tax debt. So that's not anyone else's fault but my own. So why should they front that burden? And then
let's not,
the donations I get. I mean, it's great that these people are so supportive of me and have allowed me to have this creative outlet for almost 14 years, October 19th, 14 years. But I guess I've kind of reached my limit on what I'm willing to take from people. But it just makes me feel like shit. Like you were talking about monetizing your game idea, which I think you should do, but it's kind of like whenever me and you and Nvidia, probably 13 years ago, were in a call talking about monetization, because I don't know if you guys had partner yet, but I remember I got partner and I started talking about like, all right, I got like this ad revenue option now and all this. And I remember you and Nvidia being like, that's gross. And I'm like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of time being spent. And eventually y'all went the same direction. But at the start of it all, y'all were like, ads, gross. And I mean, I agreed with the whole, I don't like watching commercials either.
Yeah. Well, that's a sort of a whole thing, because it's basically a slow process of manufacturing consent, which was where we were at the beginning.
Consent? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Because, well, I mean, if you look at it, how it went, if you actually remember how it all went down, one of the things I remember very clearly was that the viewers fucking hated it. hated it.
Oh, absolutely,
and
because
it
they
was
weren't
like
used to that
exactly.
side of YouTube, right? It wasn't on
Yeah.
every single video. Suddenly, your videos were the ones with ads, and it's like,
Yes.
what have you done to me?
Exactly.
How did you wrong me in this way? And
Yeah.
I get that,
And
I
you're just kind of
understand, like,
watching like creator after creator who was like, well, I need to make money, so I'm doing this, and then they just get fucking beat up in the comments, really horrifically. You know,
I guess I don't think I ever went to my viewers with like, hey guys, I'm gonna run ads now. I just turned them on.
You didn't have to, dude. You did. It wasn't that you came out and said you were doing it. Even if you, I don't imagine that it was much better if you didn't say it, because then they would be even more like, he's trying to sneak ads on us, or I don't even know what. But like the viewers were very not accepting of it in the general. But I think there was more positive people.
Me. Oh, I'm still making spaghetti. We don't need it.
I've
not been looking at the dining room at all. I'm just making spaghetti.
You were killing it. You were killing it perfectly. You did great.
But yeah, like, I mean, I guess it worked out for me to some degree, because I never saw that negativity that I remember. And whenever I first started doing YouTube, I read every single comment, you know, and I'm sure you did as well. Because it was like, I'm making a thing. Do you like it, guys? Tell me if you like it. You know?
I think you must not remember, because everyone got this shit.
I mean, it must have. But I guess I just stuck to it. Because the moment I got ads, I turned them on and I left them on.
Right.
And I mean, guess it worked out. I made it this long. Maybe it didn't. Maybe if I hadn't turned on ads back then, I would fucking be the new team star. The worst possible thing to be.
Oh, he was just the first of many.
Last night I was sitting around. Jess went to bed early because she's been watching the person that's living in our rental property that doesn't pay rent. She's been watching her kids while she goes to work. And so I was watching TV and I was just thinking back on the last 14 years of content creation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's part of me thought, you know, I know so much drama and I would never do it. But part of me last night thought to myself, dude, I could just lay it all out there. I could just tell everyone all the drama, all the stories, all the things I know about all these people that I've always just held close to my chest and not fucking told the world. But that seems like a shitty way to go out.
Yeah, there's nothing to be gained, I don't think, if you
Right,
want to look at
right.
it from that perspective.
There was a time where I had this death video. I don't know if you've ever heard
Yeah, I
of
remember
this.
this. I
I
remember.
got rid of it eventually. But there was a time where I had this video that just actually did that. It just went down a list of the truths.
I mean, I think you did that on your fucking summit-thon that one time, just about. You definitely let
someone made a
loose on
YouTube
few.
video of that and they posted it. It's been linked so often. The
really?
Minecraft, subreddit. Oh yeah, no, that's video it's been a thing this last month. I've gotten so many DMs on Twitter from various people, so many DMs on Reddit. There's been a lot.
What are you getting DMs for? What's going on?
Lots of people are just like, I had no idea. I did not realize that this is what actually happened. And oh my God, now I feel really bad for saying you were a piece of shit fucking 10 years ago or 8 years ago or however long ago it was. I'm like, cool, thanks. Good. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, people, they only have like perception. And I don't think that it changes much, because especially at the time, like, a lot of them would have been younger and they would have had their little sort of mental allegiances to their particular content creator flavor of choice, regardless of whatever the truth was. They would have just been like, Guude's lying, blah, 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 you know, or whatever.
It was such a fucking... You couldn't have planned a political career better than the way it all went down. Because there was the drama with BWO and Generic B, whatever, right?
Yeah,
and then fucking Scott, dude. Fucking Scott.
Oh, God. I don't...
With that stupid bullshit that I had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with. Literally nothing. Other people had problems with Scott. I was supposed to be playing Smash Brothers with Scott. I mean, sure, I found Scott's commentary to be boring, and I'll say it here now, and cancel me if you want, internet. I'm here for it. But, whatever. I didn't have a problem with the guy, but other people did, right? And a whole series was about to fall apart that a lot of people liked because of one person that was actually never invited to be there in the first place. And somehow or another, he turned that all on me. Like, I am just a terrible person. And he told me he was going to do it before he did it even. He's like, I'm going to ruin you, and you're in no position to do anything right now because of all the drama with BOO and Generic B. And it's like, cool. I guess you win. Have fun with that. All I did was try to talk to Scott about all this. I'm like, hey, man, it doesn't have to be like this.
Yeah.
And then Rob. Rob took the same fucking route. Literally the same fucking route. You have no fucking ground here. And Generic B also told me, too. He's like, I'm way more popular than you. Try your damnedest to say anything about me. I'll ruin you. And I was honestly scared. Like, shit. He could ruin me. He probably can. He's got twice the viewership of me.
He was a big boy.
Yeah. So, yeah. Just scared. And then wrong place, wrong time. But I do wonder, how would it have been different if I had just aired all my grievances the moment they were a thing? But it probably would have just gone poorly. Oh, I have a plate in my hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought that was like just a regular thing of
I did too.
Tomato.
I didn't remember grabbing a plate, to be honest.
I think you just shouldn't beat yourself up, or just don't torture yourself, I guess, would be my take. Because it's like, it's all in the past now. And
yeah, it's always one of those things where I'm like, what should I have done differently? And at the time, I thought leaving the drama alone and not getting involved was the mature choice. But I don't know.
Also, I think, maybe this will sound bad, and I don't mean it to. I mean it from like a more sort of kind of technical perspective, but like, I think ultimately we just never really figured out the content game.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we're not the right people for that. I don't think. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what the right thing is, and I think the only right way might not be morally okay.
I don't know if it's necessarily has to be immoral, but like, I think that to kind of win the content game, there's a lot of things that are out of your control. Like, you can try to, I don't know, like amp up your personality somehow or whatever. I'm not sure how far you can really get with that sort of thing. I kind of feel like the people who are really big and that are thought of as like kind of like, well, they're fake or but whatever. Like, there's just something in terms of their particular qualities that make it possible or more possible for them to be successful in that way. That, like, I just was not able to do things like that. I just wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely had limits in terms of, I basically didn't really want to continue doing my series anymore when I got bored with Minecraft, because it just felt too, like, I'm just forcing myself to do this. And yeah,
there's definitely been times I've made content I didn't want to make, and
right.
That always sucks, right?
Yeah, and I think even when you do that, it doesn't
feel like you're creating art anymore. And I don't know if people will consider YouTube videos art.
I don't think that we were thinking of it like that ourselves. I don't know. Maybe you were, but like, I never felt like it rose to art. But maybe that's my problem because I'm kind of persnickety.
I mean, to me, I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but I wasn't able to do it because I went to like club nights and stuff where you could just open mic nights.
Right.
And I did okay, but I never felt comfortable. Maybe that'd be different now that I've spoken in front of huge audiences and stuff. But I had a real anxiety problem back then, and so like talking in front of a lot of people was really hard. And like the flow, I mean, comedy's all about timing, right? The flow, the punchline, and so I kind of found that outlet through YouTube, where I was able to make people laugh. I couldn't hear them laughing, which is hard as a comedian, right? It's kind of like whenever Bo Burnham did the COVID special. I'm sure that sucked for him because you want that audience reaction to what you're doing.
I think in his case, he's a professional, so I don't know that mattered for him.
Maybe.
I know what you mean, though.
It's like comments, right? Like, people are like, don't read the comments. And it's like, I'm not reading the comments. What am I doing?
Right, yeah. Well, I think for some of us more than others, it's kind of an info hazard. I mean, it certainly wasn't my case. And it's not...
it is too, right? You get angry and you get it in your head and you're fucking repeating the negativity much higher than you ever repeat the positivity in your brain.
Well, you see, I had a depression response. You know, that's where you and I differ, is that I think you tend to have probably a maybe slightly more healthy response to it, where you don't have that thing where you internalize it as though it were true. You just get mad, which I think is probably better than what I was doing, which was like, I just kept internalizing all the shit people were saying.
Right.
Which is an unfortunate just fact of my nature.
And then that's all you hear when you're trying to make content. And it's like, well,
yeah,
they hate me. What am I doing? They hate me.
I will say I do think you internalize the anger.
Sure.
We both are kind of the same as we always were in that way.
Yeah, 420 blows it.
Nice. Well done, everyone. What did they pick?
This is gonna suck. Both of them were shitty, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Customers are gonna leave food on their plates, so you're gonna have to throw it away in the trash, which means we have more trash to take out than we already did.
Okay. All right. That does sound like it's gonna be pretty bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty bad, Code. Yeah.
I don't think we have anything we can do about it unless we can burn the trash, get an extra job, burn the trash.
Yeah, I wish you could do that. That'd be really nice. Yeah, so last time I had all of these up here filled with trash.
Right. So I'll run it up here, I guess, and drop it off. And
one thing is we're gonna have to at some point take it out, probably.
Oh yeah, so we have to have a door now.
Yeah. I'll put this guy here.
Okay.
This.
I'll do my best. Is all I can say.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be rough. Oh, that table.
Yeah, we both. Okay.
Yeah, we fucked it up. Oh. All right. There's a copy and a research.
Okay.
This time.
We also don't have the breakneck pace, so it might be okay.
Hopefully.
I think that basically what I'm trying to speak to, I suppose, is like that certain sort of, you have your like integrity, I guess, and that's kind of all you have. And I think maybe other people were like differently able to mask when they were doing some shit that they personally they didn't really give a fuck about, but it made them money, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that's why we fell. Or I say we. You haven't fell.
I don't know. I don't know how to describe where I'm at, or what my what the post-mortem is of my content creation life. No idea, sir. No idea.
I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. I know that, but who does? Oh, I'll help you.
Oh, it's full. Ah, thank you. Sorry.
It only holds fucking 2 because.
Oh, that's terrible.
Hate us.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh boy. Oh, is it?
I was hoping to do another season of Alone. I wish I hadn't have done the one in the spring. It was just too hot, and I don't think it went well. And maybe I would be doing another had I not done that one.
Right.
And I don't know. That's been my favorite thing I've ever done. Wow. In all these years.
It was very cool.
Man, we got to get people inside.
Yeah,
I'm their table.
I'm doing it. Oh, buddy. Yeah, thank you.
Even if you pick up and set the plate back down, they'll sit at the table then.
Right. Yeah. Oh.
Close fucking shit right now, dude.
We need to take trash out, unfortunately, man.
Just sit it on the counter down here.
I've done it. I'll do this guy. I'll do that. Wait, did he get reset? I'm not sure what happened. It's fine.
I think you'd already picked up that one.
Pick up that plate. Thank you.
This has hurt worse than I expected it to, honestly.
We're fine.
Are we?
Yeah, no, it's rough. The trash thing really sucks ass.
Yeah, it's really shitty. Oh,
I'm gonna get this guy out of here. I'm gonna get him out of here. Oh boy.
Oh, the trash.
Thankfully
So
he
much
didn't.
Trash.
Yeah. Thankfully he didn't leave anything on his plate. Oh, this one did. Oh god. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, apparently we have a storm rolling in.
We just gotta get 2 more people out of the cold.
Oh, this down here.
Oh my god, it was impossible, dude. That was so hard.
Yeah. That was
Oh shit, we
ridiculous.
even went through our extra life at some point. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened.
It had to be that day. Damn, we got fucked. All right, well.
Ripperino.
It happens. We should do coffee. It's the chillest of items.
Okay. I'm checking to see what's going on with this storm situation.
Oh, you got storms up there?
Yeah, there's some thunder going on.
I thought like there was a good chance I wasn't even gonna be here tonight because it was storming so damn bad.
Oh wow.
Like it was like 4 o'clock and it was just dark outside. It was just
Hey,
so
buddy.
cloudy.
Shush. Fucking Chew comes over here, stands next to me, and barks at the window. It's like, okay, bud, I don't need you. I can hear it too. I don't need you to also make a sound. The sky is already noisy enough.
Oh, we have 2 customers again at least. The single tables.
Yeah.
Do you play with anyone else these days? I haven't played with Justin in so long.
Unfortunately, no. Something I've whined about many times, but simultaneously, like, I got a job, so I wasn't able to do shit during the day. And then it was like everyone agreed to also never do anything after I go live. So I just,
Right? It's like,
yeah, just nobody.
like, guys, shut it down.
Right. Which, you know, I get it. Everybody has morning shit to do or whatever, and like that was basically why we ended Space Cops, was it was like too late for you and Justin. So
Right.
although Justin brought up Space Cops the other day, I forget what it was. It was some game. He was talking about like we should resurrect it for a one-off, but I forget what the game was. Was anybody else present there that during Justin's stream?
Sunday Gun Day still's a thing?
Oh yeah, we still do Sunday Gun Day.
Okay, that's cool.
I love me some PUBG, man. It's my Sunday night
too,
meditation.
But I just couldn't keep doing it. It wasn't good for. There's been so you know how you were talking earlier. People were better able to play the games that made the money or whatever. This is kind of one of those things where I had to make a sacrifice on something I enjoy because no one enjoyed watching it, and so I just had to admit that I can't do this anymore. And that sort of thing always sucks. It's like, well.
Right, yeah, Cone kind of went through the same thing, right?
Yeah.
I always get lower viewership when I do PUBG. Although I feel like it's been improving. I don't know why, but there was definitely a long period of time where it was like Sunday night, people kind of know not to show up or something. So,
Yep.
but I don't know. I just like playing it, and so I stuck with it anyway, I guess. So how
Deadlock. I've never heard of that.
Deadlock? Yeah, it's Valve's new game. Valve has decided to suddenly start making games again. We're back in the era of a Valve that makes games.
Is it any good looking? I'm assuming it is Valve.
I haven't looked at it too much yet, but someone did invite me to the play test, so I guess hypothetically I could check it out. It looked kind of Overwatchy to me. It's a team shooter. It's a team shooter, and it seems kind of Overwatchy.
Never gotten Overwatch.
Oh, it's a MOBA apparently. Doesn't that mean mobile online battle arena? I've only seen a desktop game.
League of Legends is a MOBA.
I guess I don't. Oh, just multiplayer. Okay. I mean. Oh, wait. So does it have tower defense qualities? Or whatever? I never got into MOBAs because I just don't. Every single one of those that I've ever seen has been like the most toxic people on the planet, number one. And number two, doesn't look like, I don't know. I've tried League of Legends. I was like, this isn't that fun. This doesn't seem fun to me. It's not for me, I guess.
Smite's a MOBA too. I guess Smite 2 just came out. Someone came in my chat earlier and was like, "What's your thoughts on Smite 2?" And I'm like, I don't have any.
Yeah, I've heard of Smite, and then of course there was Dota.
Yeah, apparently this game was made by the guy that made Dota.
What, this new?
Yeah, the Valve game.
Huh. Like, is it the history of Dota is a little fucky wucky. Because I know that like the original Dota was like a Warcraft 3 mod, I think.
Yeah.
And then
it still is like it uses Warcraft 3 models and shit.
Did they hire that guy to make Dota 2? I don't think Dota 2 uses Warcraft 3 models.
Oh, I don't know about Dota 2. I just know that like Dota did, but yeah.
Oh yeah. So Dota 2 is the one that Valve made. So they sort of like they had to rename everything to Dodge Blizzard, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I've had a weird hankering for yeah, absolutely. Oh, I didn't realize that while I was in the build mode.
And give it to them. So we just like do this over and over. And then once we get a second coffee machine, we chain them together and make lots of coffee.
Oh, I have to like double tap this and then...
Yeah, you like set it down. But like once we get, like I said, another coffee machine, we just have them like both making.
Oh, let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry.
You like chain them together so one sends a coffee cup to the other, basically.
Oh, okay. I had a weird hankering to do Diablo recently.
Oh Lord. I tried Diablo 3 and I just couldn't get into it. I really wanted to because I had watched some Diablo content back in the day. But I never played it. And so when Diablo 3 came out, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna check this out. And I just couldn't get into it.
So you didn't play 1 or 2?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Diablo 3 was it was a disastrous launch.
Oh, is that why I didn't like it? Oh wait, what am I doing?
Maybe it might have been because of that. It got better over time, I guess.
Similar to it that I used to like. Like there's like a
Path of Exile.
I never played Path of Exile.
Torchlight.
Nothing recent. There was a game
Torchlight's
that was
not
like
recent.
okay, I don't know what Torchlight is.
It was basically an indie Diablo of sorts.
Oh, there was this game that was like it was like based on D&D. It started with an E. It wasn't EverQuest.
Started with an E.
Like Nevermore. Never. Fuck.
There was kind of a silly one. There was Magicka.
Oh, I liked Magicka, but that's not what I was thinking of. I forgot about Magicka actually.
That's an I, Omni. Yeah.
Neverwinter Nights. That's what it was. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, that
It's
didn't
not
start
really
with an E.
Yeah, well, I changed it. I said maybe it was an N.
Oh, okay, yeah. Neverwinter Nights was definitely a D&D game.
Yeah. But it like felt similar to Diablo to me with like the top-down view and stuff. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing alike.
Was it an action RPG? I never played Neverwinter Nights.
Neverwinter Nights is like the game that brings you a D&D game, but you don't need a DM, basically. Like, I played it with Crystal, actually. Like, I was a warrior and she was a rogue, and it was like literally having like a D&D campaign, but the game.
Was it turn-based?
No, it's not turn-based. You did have to like, yeah, it was like real-time action combat, but you like had quests and you would go like into dungeons and you would have like skill points. It was literally like building a D&D character.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's not really different. I would say that with Diablo, it leaned heavily into the action RPG part. So in Diablo, the characters are pre-made and you do like level up. You have skills and stuff, but it's much simpler. And you could just, like in the original, you could distribute your points. I think you could distribute your points in Diablo 2, but 3, they kind of fucked everything up, I guess. Is kind of what happened, because they really kind of rethought every single system in Diablo. So it kind of ultimately was pretty different from the original games. Oh my gosh, Guude.
It will be fine. There's only one couple outside.
Okay. I am delivering empty cups to people, Guude.
Okay.
I am
That's
taking
not
empty cups. Take that one.
You're like,
here's
a
Take it. Take that one. Yeah, for real. I was like, get your own coffee.
Wait, why did you do it that
I fucked up. I fucked up. I realized it after I did it. Not the right time to realize it, I know. So, I think that's the main difference, was because I imagine that in Neverwinter Nights, and I don't think I ever played Planescape Torment, but I think you had character sheets in those. Like you actually very much D&D style planned out your character before you did anything, and you probably had a lot more options in terms of classes and stuff. Like Diablo 1, you literally had just 3 options. I forget what they were. It was like warrior, rogue, and maybe a wizard or sorcerer of some type, something like that. And then I think there was an expansion pack that added a monk.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I don't remember what all you had in Neverwinter Nights, honestly, but it felt like more than that.
I have a feeling
Barbarian, Sorcerer, Rogue is what chat's saying.
For Diablo 1.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said, yeah. Did I? That's
Yeah, you said warrior, but barbarian, warrior, whatever. So.
Well, right, yeah. I'm not actually. No, I don't think they're right. Actually, I think in the first one it was a warrior, not a barbarian.
I have no horse in this race.
No, I know. I'm not trying to start a fight, but I think it was a warrior originally. I think barbarian didn't come until D2. No.
They're also saying it's been a while, so
okay.
They also don't want to fight.
Good. Peace. Yeah. Because I remember when Neverwinter Nights came.
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Because it was. It was
a little rough last time. Yeah. I remember when it came out. I remember D&D people I knew were like, "Hell yeah, it's like a real D&D game," meaning like it had a lot more of the, D&D stuff to it. And I actually remember people being exactly like, they were like, it's like D&D, but you don't have to have a DM. It's like, oh, okay.
That's what it felt like to me, as someone that used to roleplay when I was like younger.
Yeah, when you said that, it like brought it all back. I'm like, I remember people saying this shit.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I definitely over time, I kind of hate this, but I feel like I didn't make any of the right friends at the right times in my life or something. Because like I miss out on D&D and
shit.
Magic the Gathering and I don't know, just all kinds of like good friend group fun stuff that like I came to find out later that basically everybody I was meeting online was like, that was what they did. They all have like old friends from, and they still do them and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh man, I want that.
I mean, my Magic the Gathering story is probably not the average one because I was a 13-year-old working at a bar in Texas, and all the 18 and 20-year-old other employees were playing Magic. So that's how I got introduced to Magic.
That's cool. I didn't have anybody in my life who played Magic.
God. Honestly, one of my biggest regrets in my life is the fact that I sold my Magic cards for $3,000, bought a stereo that was stolen a week later out of my car. Oh. Those cards are now worth $500,000.
Yeah. That sucks big.
It does suck big. It's like, fuck. What were you doing, you stupid 16-year-old?
Yeah. I didn't do anything as I just never owned anything that was worth that much. Closest I got was when I fucking gave GameStop my entire PS2 collection and PS2 to get a PSP. And I'm still on the fence about whether I whether I regret that or not. You know?
I don't know how big your collection was. PSP's great, but like shit.
The PS2 did a lot of the lift there. And I also felt kind of like I put one over on them because my PS2 was not great at reading discs. And I think my PS2 collection probably only amounted to it was too many. It probably was like 11 or 12 games. So not a massive thing, but like still I regretted parting with them after a while. But yeah, that doesn't compare to your potential fucking nest egg that you sold and then basically just threw away because your fucking stereo got stolen. And yes, that was a loud fucking thunderclap. Yes, Mr. Chu, yes.
That's what it sounded like here earlier today. Just fucking constant. Like the whole house was shaking.
Just boom.
So they left us with a tie.
We have to decide.
I think the right one might be better just because there's less things they have to give them, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll throw their stocks, but whatever.
God, fucking Chew is barking so loud that it's going through my microphone and then it's making my entire audio system duck, which makes you sound like a tiny little ant.
Hey, Co.
Hey,
I think the right one's better.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Fuck, what were we? Oh yeah. Yeah. There's I think I'm fortunate in that I think that there's stuff probably that where I've done that in my life and I just don't know that I have. So I managed to dodge that bullet. At least mentally.
What's fucked up is I have like comics that I kept. I have my entire He-Man collection. I have every action figure that was ever made for He-Man. I have the fucking the rideable toddler-sized like cat that He-Man rode on.
Yeah. And this is all we grew up. We grew up in the era of when grifters were really, for the first time. Well, maybe not the first time, but like there was definitely a period there where they really reared their ugly head. And like everybody was convinced that every fucking thing was going to be worth $1 billion in 10, 15 years down the road. Like fucking
and then
Beanie Babies.
Thing I had, I sold. That's what kills me, I guess. Is
none of that shit's worth
remember,
anything, right?
Like the fucking Beanie Babies, all of those things. There was all these artificial collectibles that that was what it was, you know, at the time.
Yeah,
like you said. And then I had the one thing that actually I should have fucking held on to, and I sold it. So it just kind of kills me.
Yeah, you can't tell. And it's the thing is that people didn't realize it. What's that? Oh, start the coffee. Yeah,
start some coffee.
Like you don't really realize it when you're in it is the thing, right?
Absolutely.
And like, because I was raised immersed in that because it was so prevalent in just mainstream, right? It's such a common thing. Like, I collected the Ninja Turtles when I was a kid, and I didn't really give a fuck about how much they were worth or anything. But I had it drilled into me that I blew it. I'm sorry. That they would be worth something. Because that's just how everybody was about every damn thing at the time. But the reason that they were all like that was about other shit that was already done and over. Star Wars figures, you know? It was shit like that where at the time, yeah, that shit was worth a lot. But when they made those, that shit was like over and done, and that's why they were worth a ton, and they didn't have that in mind. But then when they were making shit like He-Man and Ninja Turtles figures and stuff like that, they made a gazillion of them, but everybody still had this mentality that it was going to be fucking worth something.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, they're like, there's landfills. Yeah, you were. I'm just standing there with this fucking coffee. Like, you want more? Do you want more? Yeah. Now they just fill up landfills with that shit because they made more of those than there are humans on the planet Earth. So.
Yep.
My pet rock is priceless. Yeah. You know, a lot of people, so I think that the pet rock thing gets a bad rap.
It costs $120. Oh, I'm an
What's wrong?
Dude. We had the blueprint desk.
Oh,
and
then you
researched
it up.
Yeah.
Well,
so we just didn't have enough money to buy it.
Yeah. We're still early days. It'll come back, right?
Yeah.
There's only so many things. But yeah, I mean, like, if someone does something like the pet rock and they manage to fucking succeed with it, I guess good on them, I would say. I don't know anything about the dude. He's probably a piece of shit. I mean, it seems like everybody turns out to be a goddamn piece of shit, but
sad truth.
Especially in that time, getting something like that to be a phenomenon is kind of like, how'd you do that, bud? How did you manage to do that with no internet or nothing? Then, you know,
right?
That's a hard time to make that kind of shit happen.
There's this place near us. It's in Tennessee. It's called Rock City, and it's just like this, like it's not
home of the pet rock. No, it's unrelated.
No. What got me thinking about it was actually not funny enough. Not the fact you were talking about pet rock, which would have made more sense if I thought of it because of that. It was just the way they did their advertising because there wasn't internet or any of this shit back in the day. And it's just like this, it's just like cool rock formations that are just naturally formed or whatever, and you just kind of wander around, look at it. It's like in the mountains or whatever.
Yeah.
But the way they advertise is they would have people put visit rocks or see Rock City on the roofs of their houses all near the interstate. And so now they sell all these like birdhouses and shit that say like see Rock City on them that look like people's houses from back in the day.
That's kind of cool. I like that. Pogs.
But yeah, advertising had to be way different back then, right? Like,
yeah, for real. Did you ever have Pogs?
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Worthless pieces of trash. Very rapidly as well. Like, I don't know that they made it past a year.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, it was kind of genius, right? Because the whole game is to take these slammers and slam it into the shitty cardboard so that it breaks and falls apart and you don't have it anymore. And then you're trading these things and they're just going to go away anyways because you've slammed them with these slammers over and over again.
Yeah, that was also, even as a kid, I was like, this shit doesn't make any fucking sense. Because there was absolutely no consistency to it at all. Nobody knew what the game was. As far as anybody I ever met in my life knew, the game was literally what you just said, like stack them things up and then smash them. But in terms of like what then, no one knew. Is there a point system or who gets to keep
the number
what?
that you flip? You can then trade that many is how it was supposed to go or some shit. There was some trading aspect. It's been so fucking long, I don't remember exactly. But it was something to do with the pogs flipping because you lay them out with one side up, and then if they flip when you slam with the slammer, that's a something. That matters somehow. And then at some point there's a trading that happens.
You know, you're the foremost expert in the world then, because I never met a single person who had any of that knowledge in their heads. Also, there was like fucking no rules just right Arby's when it came to the fucking slammers. Like, a slammer could be any fucking thing.
I mean, they were made by the company, but some of them were metal, some of them were plastic. Like, there was all these varieties of slammers, and so, like...
Well, maybe I was living that dollar store life or something where it was like, I didn't have... I don't think I ever had an official Pog.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I was definitely the poorest of the poor back in these days. Not that I'm not now, but...
Right.
So it wasn't like it wasn't like my mom was like, let's go buy you some Pogs. So, yeah,
Well,
I just had whatever that I could fucking gather at the flea market.
What I remember was that they had fucking they had Pogs at like the fucking gas station, and you could just get a million of them for not much money because they were literally just pieces of fucking trash. They were just round trash that you could buy.
Yeah, it's like little cardboards. But the slammers were the important part, I felt like.
Well, right. Like, everybody wanted to have a cool slammer, but again, like, I never met a slammer that was like official. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what were y'all using? Just like
I had a weird one, man. I had like a big brass nuclear bomb. I don't know why.
It wasn't around. It wasn't like a Pog shaped.
No.
Oh yeah, I've not heard it. You were definitely playing Rogue Pog.
Yeah, mine, dude. You could kill somebody with my slammer.
Just had like a nightstick.
Yeah. It was heavy. It was a bomb. It's crazy. I think I got it at a flea market. Now I'm thinking about it, and now that you mention that.
That's where everything I ever owned came from when I was that age.
Ah, man, that just threw me back. The flea market was at the same place where they had like the county fair. And I just remembered a cherished core memory of going to the fucking fair, and they had an arcade set up there, weirdly. And I took like a big bag of quarters I had saved up, and I just went there and played Tekken 2 like it was my last day on Earth. It was fucking amazing. I had so much fun.
Was it the arcade just like always there?
No. This came with the Carnies or whatever, I guess.
Oh.
Carnies used to do arcades, I guess. Dragging that shit all over the place. Yeah, it's weird how everybody thought fucking every little piece of trash was gonna be worth $1 million.
Like you said, it's honestly the ones that people didn't expect, like the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, it is weird. There were a few things that did do it. You just really didn't have any way of telling what was the grift and what wasn't. You know, my mom basically has like an attic full of shit that someday is just going to be shoved directly into a landfill. You know, I think a lot of people in that generation, rather than like fucking saving up for their kids' futures, you know, any kind of generational wealth or anything, instead they bought like fucking Thomas Kincaid painting prints.
Fucking Home Shopping Network probably didn't help anybody either.
Right, yeah. Like,
that shit came along and everyone was always like, this is the next big thing. These collectible cards or whatever it was. This gold. Why are they doing this to us, Co?
Yeah.
Both of these cards fucking suck. I was hoping they were going to choose.
Yeah. We're fucked. We're fucked.
Like, I don't... Which is better? I don't even know. Like,
probably
sure, like actually do shit.
Probably the medium groups, because we're not having that hard of a time as it is. Versus extra sugar gives us some other fucking bullshit to deal with. But I mean, I'm okay with either, I guess, because they do seem kind of equally rough.
I agree with you though. I think medium groups is probably the easier of the two options.
Oh, whoops. We didn't. Oh, we do. Okay. I thought we were in it, and I was like trying to make coffee, and I was like,
I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh, you know what does suck about this? The group sizes can be 2 to 4.
Right. We probably would have to move the tables out. would be the unfortunate
having
reality
someone
here.
out there serving is probably the easier way.
Yeah. I guess let's set it up like that. I don't know that any of this shit is useful. Whoa! Do you see what I see?
Oh, what? What's happening?
A tooltip has gone out of control for me. It became as large as my screen. The text was 50 feet tall.
That's fantastic. So if we leave it like that, like up there, that's fine. But
is it going to reach people out
right
here?
I mean, we could, yeah. Like this is one table.
Okay, all right. But we're just fucked here.
But this table's a problem
because it has to have 4. Well, there's a dining table we can buy, but we can't afford it, can we?
No, we can't. We did. You were right.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. There's a little thundy going on. It's all right. God, it's the same thing every time.
They're like, guys.
Yeah.
It's going down. You're like, yeah. It does that.
We got the 3 dogs, and they all have their own special reaction to this situation, and it's always Penny is scared, Chew is angry, Bun doesn't know what's happening, but she's excited.
But she's excited.
She's the smallest peanut of the group.
All right, I'm ready if you are.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh wait, hold on. There's something about where these numbers are at. What was that?
Is there?
Yeah, I remember there being a thing.
Do we need the number to be closer to us or farther from us? Does it decide what part is the actual table?
That's what I don't remember. Let's do. Oh wait. Oh shit! I hit the wrong button.
Oh,
let's do a practice.
Well, we'll find out
real quick. Yeah.
But yeah, the sad thing about that is that I think a lot of these people have lived on to, find out that this was not the nest egg that they thought it was. This works, by the way. It's fine. So
yeah, really just remind me. It's dirty plates get returned to the numbered table, so it matters.
Oh, if you have plates, okay, yeah. That would suck. That would definitely be a drag. Wow, I left that over there, Guude, for that table. Okay.
Wait, they won't sit at it when there's stuff already on it.
Oh, they won't? Oh. No, that's just me not knowing things. Like, I know my mom collected, the thing that sucks is that they collected shit specifically for the money that wasn't going to happen. That's the part that really sucks ass. Because they didn't really give a shit about this stuff. Well, like that's what Beanie Babies was, right? Like, a lot of people didn't give a fuck about the Beanie Babies. They're not that great. They're like a shitty stuffed toy. They're not even a good stuffed toy. They were plenty better at the time.
Yeah.
Beanie Babies were kind of fucking trash. Some of them were cute, but they're not like a toy. They're not something that a kid's going to enjoy for very long, right?
Like, that company still is a thing now.
Yeah, they still exist, and it's because of this stupid bullshit that they started with.
I mean, I think they're doing really good now with the stupid Beanie Boos and stuff. My daughter's got like fucking 15 of them.
Really?
And every kid I know's got them. Those are the little things you see in like Cracker Barrel everywhere. They have the big glittery looking eyes.
Oh yeah. But again,
that's
like
the same company.
It's I guess you could call it legitimate. Where they're just like, making something people want to buy. Yeah, they're not. The grift isn't part of it anymore. But like in the case of my mom, she collected. I don't know if you know this or not, but they would do these special Barbies now and then, but it wasn't really all that now and then. If you thinking back on it, it was pretty fucking frequent, and it was just the same kind of grift thing. It was just a grift of. Like, these are going to be worth money. It's the 50th anniversary Barbie. But no one gives a shit about those. They sold 1 billion of them, and so they're worthless.
Yeah. There's like so many. Like honestly, it's kind of like all these
Cup
shows
those
that were made
balls.
specifically because they wanted to make toys. You know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Gonna do practice real quick so we can set this
Elusive.
spinning guy.
Thank you for 127 months. Very much appreciated, dude.
We can make practice right now. Yeah, G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was a big one, huh?
Yeah, that was definitely a toy-driven thing. Well, there was a whole thing of like, I don't know if you recall this, but for a long time, there were regulations or laws or whatever against advertising to children. And guess who got to be the guinea pigs of the now lawful advertising to children, the beginning of that era? It was us.
It was like the cartoon. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was,
I mean,
it was millennials.
do you remember whenever like Joe Camel was pretty cool?
Right? Yeah, of course I do. Of course. Grew up with Joe Camel. He was my bud. And here's the thing. Joe Camel's still pretty cool. You ever see that camel?
Yeah.
He looks
I
cool.
mean, the thing is, I'll say he never made me want to smoke.
Yeah,
You know?
he didn't make me want to smoke either, but he was cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this dining table in our research thing.
He's got those shades, that leather jacket, that wry expression of a cool guy.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
So now it'll make the coffee.
Yeah.
Pull them off of there.
Yeah. I did put that together. You might be surprised to find out. Okay, well, it doesn't help if I do that.
You're like, cup. What I've always wanted.
I'm just finding new and interesting ways to fuck up, dude, you know?
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, it's sort of the, so that whole fucking neoliberal thing of like, the market will do everything that we want and need. The market will take care of us. And, you know, I think we only need to do that for another 50 to 100 years before we start to kind of realize why everything sucks. We'll come around.
Sure.
Right? It's doing wonders for the fucking housing market. There's a need and it's being met, right? It's being met. That's how it works. Was it supply and demand, I think?
It's weird about the housing. I mean,
it's weird about it, isn't it? It is weird about it. Sorry.
It's just interesting listening to both campaigns for president talk about their plans for housing, and both of them want to build lots more housing. It's like,
well, I mean, one of them has committed to finally kicking all those Mexicans out of the houses. I thought none of them were ever going to talk about that thing that's not happening and never has.
Listen, the border code, it's bordering.
Is it bordering? Oh no! No!
There's waves in the ocean. You ever heard of the Gulf of Mexico? That's an ocean with waves.
The Ocean of Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to stop myself constantly from just launching into insane rants, man.
We don't have another conveyor to make that third one automated, but it's there.
How are we gonna get it?
I mean, we get a conveyor to show up on the blueprint table here.
It wants to give us a coffee machine.
That's what we just locked in last day.
Okay.
It does want to give us another coffee machine, though. But
God
we don't need
damn.
another coffee machine. That's just crazy.
I don't know why. I'm so bad at the coffee machines, and it should be the
It's like
easiest
the
thing in the
easiest
world.
thing in this game
I know
ever
all I have
made,
to
and
do
you're
is
like, I
pick it up.
can't fucking wrap my head around
I just
it,
keep
guy,
running
you know?
up to it and fucking taking an empty cup out because I can't help myself.
Oh, God.
I'm too stupid. Oh yeah, even when I'm doing the manual one, I keep lifting the empty cup back out. Why do I do it? No one knows. You did it. You did it. You did it.
But it didn't have a thing. It didn't show that it was. It didn't show that it was doing anything. I thought it was done.
Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch! I got you now. I got you now. You fucker.
I can't.
Oh, I did it. Oh, I did it. Shut up. This is so hard. Okay. Haha. Oh my god. What the? I wish I could infect more people with the retro hobby, but that's unfortunately it seems much more niche.
Yeah, I think it's a nostalgia thing. No, I mean, there's still companies making these games that look like the games from that genre and stuff. So like, it's not dead. You're not alone.
Yeah,
it's not as popular, and those people must like not money. Like, I'm gonna make a game that's gonna sell for less, but I'll be happy.
That's not true. There's a lot of fine games that have a retro style that have done well.
Maybe they just don't appeal to me as much either. So like, I don't know that. So maybe I'm just. It's like one of those like confirmation bias situations.
Maybe.
It's like
I think people play for gameplay. I mean, not everybody, but I think a lot of people do, and I think there's plenty of games that have that. I mean, like, if you think about it, like Oxygen Not Included, for instance, is not that different from, like, if it had like a retro style, it would be the same, right? Gameplay wise, you could
Sure.
make it with a retro style and it would play the same. But they have their beautiful drawn style. I just see it as a style, I guess. That's how I look at it.
Right. I guess the first thing my mind goes to whenever I think of this for some reason is Duke Nukem. The original Duke Nukem.
Oh, okay.
And I see shooters coming out like that pretty regularly still that look like the original Duke Nukem.
Oh, like billboardy and stuff.
Yeah, and like they look like, it just looks like we're stuck with the graphics from 1986 and that's what we're getting and that's what we have. And it's just like, I think it's just like a personal choice, whereas I think like a game, I mean, maybe you can't make the game that looks like the Dead Space or whatever.
Well, I mean, that is way harder.
Right.
And also,
it's like maybe it's just like they just can't do it.
There's definitely I mean, well, first of all, there's definitely like, in some cases, it's more nostalgia than other things, for sure. Like, I don't think that those do super great either, is the thing. But then, like, look at Terraria. Terraria is a very retro style game and was fucking massive, And arguably Minecraft is a retro style game. It's different, The voxel thing really kind of puts it in a kind of a weird place. It looks retro, but it definitely isn't, because you really couldn't do the voxel world thing and basically until around the time the Minecraft came out.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that shit on Windows 98.
Right.
So sorry, I don't know what's happening to me. Lightning struck my throat. Oh wow, dude. Wow, Guude. You've cast it on me like a curse. But yeah, I mean, I could think of a bunch of. Oh wow, just not been run. All right. I could probably think of a bunch that are successful and whatever. But yeah, I think there's a sort of a slider to it of like more nostalgia or maybe more like in terms of what it's leaning on to get by. And certainly, especially in the shooter case, that's a much harder territory to like innovate, really. And I think that there's a lot that exists just because like people remember playing Doom or whatever.
Did you see that AI that studied Doom and then recreates it like frame by frame? Like it's not a written game. There's a game running Doom. Oh, there's coffee on that table. He couldn't come in. It's an AI running Doom, but it doesn't. It's running it in memory, basically. Like it's not.
It's in real time.
Creating Doom as the player moves through the game.
No, I have not seen that.
This came out a couple days ago. I'll have to find the link and send you it.
It sounds like it sucks.
Why?
Because it's AI.
Wow.
I'm extremely biased. I hate the AI companies, and because they're all fucking. You don't?
No. Why would I hate AI?
Well, I mean, there's the whole thing of how all their shit is trained on basically just stealing from all of us, stealing art, stealing our words, our writing.
Like the Adobe ones, it's all uses internal stuff. It's
internal from the fucking shit that's been uploaded by their stock artists.
Like it's all stuff they own, basically, with them at least.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Or fucking Reddit selling their data.
Is this? There's a thing here that has no tooltip at all.
It's leftover bags.
Oh, is that what it says for you?
That's what it says for me.
Huh.
We broke the game.
Shit for me. Weird. I just feel like AI is a necessary future for humanity. Like, I don't know. It just feels like it's got to go that way. Eventually.
My view is that this shit, for the most part, is a grift and a lie. Because it's not, first of all, it's not really even AI. It's just a giant statistical prediction machine that does a little dance for us that looks kind of interesting. And then it's another one of those things where it's like, they suck in massive, huge amounts of money, and they don't really produce anything of value. But they also built it. I mean, maybe Adobe's is fine. Maybe everybody's shit that they use to train their fucking AI, which by the way they probably didn't build. They probably fucking just they probably built it on top of some pre-existing shit like OpenAI or whatever. So it still is, built off of the backs of stolen data, and also contributing to the whole. It's like worse than crypto even was when it comes to basically just burning electricity to no end because it's so massively CPU intensive, because it's not even a smartly designed AI. Like, it's not like it's inefficient because it's good. It's inefficient because it's this massive brute force prediction machine. I'm sorry, I have lots of thoughts on this. I kind of hate these people. I hate them very much.
I just feel like it's a necessary evil for the advancement of lots of sciences. Like, our brains are only capable of so much thought, and like having computers that can think outside of what humanity is able to give them.
But these can't think.
Necessary.
These don't think.
Yeah,
this is like when Google came out and they were like, our AI discovered all these molecular structures or whatever the fuck it was. And then people looked at it and they're like, it didn't discover shit. It just added a whole bunch of noise of stuff that is not a thing. Like, it didn't, there's none of this is like maybe one or two things, I don't know. What you're thinking of is like, if it were a real, like a real thinking machine or something, like some Isaac Asimov shit. But this is not that sci-fi stuff. This is mostly a grift thing.
It's trained off of humans' own thoughts. But like, I don't know, in my experience using ChatGPT, it's been very useful for helping me with tasks that I could have done, but would have taken a lot longer had I not used it.
Yeah, I guess.
So I see it as like a tool to do what humans can do, but more efficiently.
I actually go out of my way not to use it.
That's fine. I'm just saying, like, that's my perspective on it.
Yeah. I mean, lots of people do. It's also stuffed into all kinds of things now. There's like lots of platforms that have like the little sparkle button or whatever. So rather than like writing a description for your product, you just click the little button and then it'll like auto generate some shit or whatever. It's definitely like, I can see how little stuff like that is nice and what the use of it is. But for me, that's like 1% of something that is 99% really, really bad for so many other reasons. And I don't believe that it's necessarily the stepping stone that you're thinking that it is. I think it's more of I think it's actually a step away from actually doing something like what you're really thinking of. Because it's taking away from that kind of research to line the pockets of people like Elon and Sam Altman and whoever else.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I think we have different views on this, though, for sure, which is fine.
Yeah.
People have their views on all kinds of shit.
I'm just explaining why I think what I think.
Yeah.
Also, I basically sit around all day and am just angry. So you never know when you're gonna like step into one of these landmines.
This really sucks because I want to research this conveyor so we can make more coffee automated, but I really want a copying desk. Problem with coffee is you don't make much money, and so we can't afford any fucking thing. I guess I'm gonna research the conveyor. I think it's probably more important to us in the long run.
Yeah, more automatic coffee.
Yeah. All right.
Do we want to? Oh, okay, wait, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. The sheety part.
Old man yells at iCloud. Yeah, I mean that's why I feel angry a lot, is because I feel completely powerless to a lot of this stuff. Like, I have to say that it's not solely AI. It's sort of like there's a lot of other contributing things that pile up into making me probably seeming like over angry about one thing, if that makes sense. Because to me, this also ties into climate change and crypto grifting and a lot of, shitty people I don't like that I think are doing, immoral shit. So that, like, I definitely am putting more onto it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And I am also, people are pointing out the corporations. And I am just so super anti-corporate at this point. I hate corporations.
Libertarian Co.
Huh?
It was a joke. I said Libertarian Co.
Oh God. I've still been thinking about that. I keep thinking about it. Because I feel like I must be a dumb idiot that there's, like, I have to admit, I'm not like, I'm not deeply politically literate. I don't even know what I particularly am myself. I just sort of know what I'm not,
Right.
But after you...
I mean, that feels the easiest to do.
Yeah, after you told me about the libertarian thing, I was like, there must be something I don't... Like, that must be sort of like a synonymous with anarchism thing, like, because I know that... I kind of, it made me crazy.
No, I know. Hey, man, I also don't know. So you're not alone.
Right, yeah.
I also was like, really? Do you know what he means?
Yeah. I meant to look it up, actually. That's how much I've been thinking about it. I was like, I need to look this up because I feel like a dumb idiot now. But it would be something on the left side of libertarianism. There's got to be. It
Sure.
must be like there's a right side and a left side of it.
I don't. Yeah.
Because all the like fucking libertarians I can think of are fucking bad. They're really bad.
Not the same as our friends.
Right? Yeah, they're not like our friends. So like, there's got to be something that I'm just missing here. But yeah, I wouldn't even be able to tell you what I am, man. Like, I know I'm not.
I mean, I would assume you'd be some flavor of a Democrat in some way.
I wouldn't call myself a Democrat, no. Nor a liberal.
Huh.
I'm pretty anti-liberal. But that's because of the fact that, like, it's like this shit that's going on right now. Like, Kamala being all, like, border, pissing me the fuck off. She's pissing me off with the Gaza shit. Whatever. And it's also...
she's not the president, too.
What?
She's not the president, too.
No, I know. I'm talking about the campaigning. I've been following the campaigning. So I've been following, like, what she's saying and stuff. That's what I'm talking about. And that's been the things that she's been hyping up, is like how she's going to be so powerful on the border and stuff. It's like the border thing.
That's the problem with politics. You have to respond to what the other side's saying, right? And that's what they keep harping on.
But it's a made up thing that they're doing. They need to be smarter than to get sucked into what they're saying, because that shit does not matter. Like, what American people want, progressive stuff is really popular. But every time Democrats get close, they do this thing where they're like, oh, well, we can't be too different from Republicans, and then they fuck it up.
I think that's what's happening now, though. Really don't. Like, I feel like the DNC was so different from previous DNCs, for example. Like, I don't know. I feel like the vibe is way different right now than previous vibes. And
I'm not saying it's not. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about myself, okay. Where she pisses me off for these reasons. Mm-hmm. And also that was just my view on why I don't like Democrats, because they just keep falling for the same sort of ratchet to the right thing. They just keep getting pulled further and further right. And I feel, had like a kind of golden opportunity here. Like, I think Walz is really good. I think Walz is insanely good. My mind is still blown at that pick. Mm-hmm. But Harris just she just keeps moving more and more right and it seems like the reason for that is to try to sort of be more like Trump or something, like just get closer to Trump. But I don't know why you would do that. That doesn't seem like a good strategy to me. That seems bad. Yeah. Seems stupid.
I haven't gotten that same vibe that she wants to be more like Trump, but
well, I'm just going off policies. I'm going off policies because, like, I think that Dems should just call the fucking border thing what it is. Total bullshit. It's not a thing. There's not a border problem.
Well, they kind of have been. Like, they brought up how they had a fucking bipartisan deal. They keep harping on this. We had a bipartisan deal that Trump crushed. There are problems at the border. It's not the problems that the Republicans make it out to be, sure. But we had a solution for this, and Trump crushed it, and they keep fucking bringing that up. It brought so often at the DNC.
Yeah, but that shit was bullshit too, man. That whole stupid compromise. Dems keep trying to compromise with uncompromising Republicans. It's time to go low, dude. It's time to go low. We keep falling for the same fucking trap. They don't give a fuck, man.
The border deal was something that was worked on by both parties, though.
Yeah, I know, but
I think going low is calling them on that bullshit whenever they did the bullshit. And to me, that is what going low is. They didn't just be like, oh, well, which I've seen Democrats do in the past. They're like, no, these fuckers fucked it up, and the one that did it was Donald Trump.
Well, yes. I mean, I grant you that he is the one that, like, smashed that shit. But
they keep harping on it, too. They're not letting anyone forget.
I don't... Yeah, I know. I'm not saying that I think that the Democrats should have just, like, gone ho-hum or, whatever. What I mean when I say that, like, they should go low in the way that they're not willing to is that they should not have compromised with them in the first place. They need to act like Republicans are what they fucking exactly are.
I guess I didn't see are you saying the original border deal was a compromise?
Yeah. It sucked. See, it was a Republican bill, man.
Mostly probably because they focus on the border more than others do. Yeah. But I mean, it was an equal equal percentage Democrat bill, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
But what my point is that it's not an equal percentage of something that like fucking mattered. Like it's not something Democrats should have been doing in the first place. There was nothing that was worth compromising on in there. All that did was give ground to Republicans. That's what they constantly do. They keep giving ground. They keep letting Republicans say, oh, well, this is the biggest problem, because it serves them to say it. And then to compromise with them is to serve them in their own game. You're playing their own game.
To me, I wonder how often, whenever people like us talk about politics, is it like the reality shows that people watch from their couch and they think they know better, but there's a lot of moving parts, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I often wonder how ignorant I would sound to an actual politician that was in on some of these things if they could hear me talk about it.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm going off of just the shit that I know about the border and how not a problem it is. And how basically everything is that, for me, it's all like policy and actual numbers and reporting from the government about this stuff. And basically everything that Trump says about it, and all Republicans, is completely fucking made up. It's like the crime thing that they keep wanting to make happen. The crime it's not a fucking problem. It just isn't. But they continually will beat that drum, and then all the fucking liberals will just march to their beat. Like New York Times would be like, well, what's Harris gonna do about this crime problem? It's like, what fucking crime problem, New York Times? Why do you do this? It's like a brain infection. I'm tired of like seeing the same repeating pattern of where we don't address these real problems. We only deal with these fake fucking problems.
Well, the problem is America's so large that there's problems that differ depending on where you're at. So, like, depending on where you live, crime is a problem. You know, like if you live in fucking South Philly,
but
it's a big fucking problem. But if you live, you know, where I live, there's not a lot of crime.
in the national case is what matters, though. I mean, yes, that local perspective, but the thing is that they're playing into that. They know that is what I'm saying. They're playing into that fear. They're hyping that up. They're stoking that flame to turn it into what they call a national problem when it isn't. And then Dems will be like, oh, well, I guess we have to address this national problem. It's like, no, you don't. You know you don't. You know it's not happening. So answer to that. Don't fucking dance to their tune. Stop doing that. Mm-hmm. Don't you think? I mean, you know this, right? You know that crime is like not... It's lower than it has ever been.
I don't actually know.
Okay.
So I can't. I don't like to talk when I don't know. So I actually don't know. I had thought crime was down too, but I don't for 100% know. So like that's what I'll just say. I did thought that crime was down in recent times.
That is a lot of the problem with these conversations, because like anybody can just be talking out of their ass. I'm sure there's
also people. I'm not gonna be like and that's my thing. So I don't actually know. I do know that border crossings have been down. Right. But there's still people crossing the border. Like, that is still a thing, and, like, something should be done about it.
Yeah, but that is such a trap. That is such a trap. I think we need to stop conceding, like, well, I mean, technically it is happening, so I guess the Republicans are right, is basically what happens on a national level.
I don't know why it has to be so one-sided, though. Like, it's okay for Democrats or Republicans to be right about something. Like,
no, but
whenever it becomes
you
Trump
have to
rhetoric, and it's like this situation where they're sending their worst, the rapists, and all. Yeah, that's fucked up. Shut the fuck up. And that's all he should ever do is shut the fuck up. Like, no one needs to hear. I can't listen to that man speak. And like, so like, I 100% agree, but I don't think all Republicans are bad. A lot of them are now. Like, but we still have the Mitt Romneys and stuff. I don't agree with Mitt Romney on policy, but he's not a bad guy. He's an okay human being. Look back at
he has binders full of women.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Remember when those were the scandals? But fucking the guy that ran with Palin, what the fuck is his name? John McCain.
Yeah.
That guy was great. John McCain. I almost would vote for John McCain. I wouldn't because, but still, John McCain, great guy.
I don't agree, but okay.
Republicans are bad. Huh?
I said I don't agree, but okay. I mean, I think you have to recognize the enemy at hand, and for the most part, Republicans are the enemy. Vast majority. Yeah, there's one-offs, but I mean, even you were kind of struggling to pick a couple out of that hat. The vast majority of them are the enemy, man, and that's how they have to kind of be treated at this point, in my opinion.
I don't know if we're gonna. Oh my god, we barely fucking made that. It's gonna come down to if these people at the bottom leave.
Are they gonna? Oh, it's close as fuck.
Outside though.
I forgot that like the coffee people just fucking hang around.
Yeah, they're fucking slow. Okay, we did it, but man, barely.
Here, have some coffee.
Thanks. I locked a coffee table in our things, so hopefully that'll give us enough leeway on the rush.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to express it to you in a way that doesn't sound like I'm being super extreme about it, but I feel like we've kind of had this situation brewing for a long time. And my personal take is we have missed that sort of threshold where we should be recognizing that we're not playing the same game, them and us, left and right. You know, they've been playing the game and winning. We've just been losing over and over. Actually, my favorite tweet about this that I've ever seen, probably one of my favorite tweets of all time, was about how Dems are clutching the rule book, saying dogs can't play basketball while they get fucking dunked on by a dog over and over and over again. Is basically what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten those same vibes from the current future administration. Possible. I don't think we researched. Like the Kamala campaign to me has not been giving me those vibes. It feels like they are trying to control the narrative and remain extremely strong while they do it. From my perspective.
Yeah, I view the border thing and the Gaza thing, and there's I think a couple of others. I just view them differently because to me, I know that they're Republican talking points, and so when I just don't feel like it's owning it to just basically say the same thing, but kind of like weaker. Because Trump's always going to be stronger on that than anybody else, right? Because he's willing to say insane shit like his his migrant crime. There is hardly any migrant crime at all. It almost doesn't exist, and he makes it into something that's like believed nationally to exist just because he repeats the same crap over and over again.
I don't think most people believe the shit he spews anymore, dude, personally. I mean, there are the loyal supporters, but I really feel like he's losing those.
I don't know. I don't like to assume on that front. It kind of feels 2016-ish to me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, I'm not saying the race has been won, but I do think people have for a while now been seeing him for who he is more so than they used to.
I would say I would grant that the perception has definitely changed. Also, I don't think that he's been doing a very good job, and JD Vance was possibly one of the most hilariously awful choices he could have made.
Yeah,
that's been delivering nothing but comedy.
But honestly, if you look at his past administration, anyone with any fucking sense would see that that's what he did before too. He never picked the best. He always picked the worst.
Yeah. I think that the people that are kind of for him are for the most part captured by his charisma.
Oh, I think most of them are, but I think a lot of them died to COVID. I think, I mean, seriously, like his demographic, he killed.
It certainly, it was a thing, but it was also, I recall the numbers after that. There was not that big of a difference across party lines of COVID deaths. There was sort of like, wait, what have I done? Oh, I just didn't set the coffee down.
It's like, I'm going to show it to you. You want this? Too damn bad.
You would intuitively think that the people who were told to not give a fuck about it and not take any precautions would have been hit harder, but it's balanced out by the fact that it fucking rolled cities because people were all close together. So if you look at partisan numbers, what COVID did was it fucked up Democrats first because of the cities, and then there's sort of an after wave because then it hit all the people that were told to not give a fuck about it, and then they died because of that. Does that make sense? So it's sort of a wash. So I wouldn't rely on that.
I don't know. They also tend to be older voters and stuff. I think the Republican Party has more likely shrunk than grown under the MAGA movement.
Well, I also have something to say on that too, which is that people like Joe Rogan and Andrew Tate have done damage to the youth.
I mean, but those people have nothing good to say about Trump. Both of them have recently pissed off the MAGA crowd by saying Trump sucks.
Yeah, but then they immediately took it back because they're scared.
Kinda. Like, Joe Rogan didn't really take it back. He's like, it just wasn't an endorsement, but I don't endorse him either.
Yeah. Nevertheless, the damage has been done. The numbers on like young men are insane. They're insane, dude. It's crazy.
I'm not worried.
I'm worried. Big worry.
I was more worried whenever Joe Biden was running.
Yeah, that shit was pretty wild too, for sure.
I don't think he has dementia. I really don't. I just think he's old. I'm serious. I just think he's old. Like, to be able to recall the things he can recall clearly is not a sign of dementia.
It's one of those things that's been blown out of proportion. He is certainly old. And it's certainly not dementia. My grandma had dementia. I know what dementia is. Yeah. And it is not...
Anyone I've ever known that has dementia does not act like Joe Biden. And
they're not present.
Like, he's got dementia.
Yeah, I mean, that's sideshow shit, man. Also, I'll go ahead and tell you, I didn't think Joe Biden was a very good fucking president.
I thought he did great. But that's different opinions.
He was probably the rightmost Democratic president that we've had basically in the chain since probably the 80s.
I mean, he's always been closer towards the center than anyone else in Congress. We got to fucking overtime again. Oh, meanwhile, Kamala's been voted the most liberal congressman every year she was in Congress.
That can't be correct.
Based on her voting record. Literally. Like, it's not an opinion poll. It's based on how they voted, and she voted most liberally every year she was in Congress.
Okay, but like, is that liberal in the strict sense of like not just left? Because if there's certainly more leftward Congress people, right?
I guess that some of them didn't vote that way.
Well, I mean, Ocasio or Bernie have got to be.
I mean, you would think that, right? But there's sometimes where Bernie just kind of goes not left with the rest of the people. Like, I've seen that multiple times.
Well, so yeah, I mean, that's also, the thing with Bernie, and I don't know how I feel about Bernie of recent times, particularly with Israel, but he has done shit where he really stands on principle, so he will not vote for things just because like everyone else is that's on the left, because he'll have some issue with like, well, it includes, some sort of poison pill from the Republicans, which I respect that. So maybe it's that, but then, liberal and progressive are there's honestly a pretty giant gulf between them.
I think the person that did the best job of talking about this is Tim Minchin in his thing about tribalism. You've seen that, right?
I don't know.
Like a year ago?
Holy shit, yeah, I haven't seen any recent Tim Minchin.
Oh my god, you have to watch this immediately once you get on streaming. Like, put a note, write something down, because I know you're a Tim Minchin fan already, and this is probably the best thing I've ever seen him do. Just look up Tim Minchin tribalism. It's like 7 or 8 minutes long, and you're gonna love it.
Okay, I'll check it out. It is. It is the pumpkin time.
Yep. But this was fun. We ran off everyone that is Republican. There probably wasn't many of those around anyways. There was a guy in my chat that kept calling all the Democrats pedophiles, so he doesn't be in my chat anymore.
Well, there you go.
But that's okay.
I think if we ran people off, there's probably people you want running off.
Yeah, it's fine. Goodbye. Um. So, anyways, you have a good night, man. I'll see you. We need to discuss what we're gonna do next week, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see you next week. All right.
Have a
Later.
good night, man. See ya.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. That was more of a conversation than I expected us to have on that. We kind of fell into that. Hey, guys. I'm about to get up. You know I'm about to get up. I do it every day. You must think it's because of the barking. And in a way, you kind of have made it that. Um, yeah. I think I'm just more left. I'm further down the left spiral. But I think we all knew that. I think Guude and I both knew that anyway. So, and it's whatever. I just feel like policy-wise and numbers-wise. I'm like drowning myself in that shit every day, so it only makes sense. Right? Like, I have some pretty strong opinions on Democrats, and I also am in a place where I'm pretty fucked up about the fact that we basically don't have any good choices when it comes to the ongoing genocide. So, that has not got me in a great mood. It certainly doesn't have me all libbed up, I will say. Just to do my usual thing of putting a pleasant cap, tie a nice little bow on top, send you guys out on a high note like I do. I guess everybody's gone. What were you saying? The bit where he's a turf, Pubs. Oh yeah, my personal view is that Democrats are very much to the right of center in the United States. Is Tim Minchin a fucking turf now? Please say no. I haven't been following him. I liked his shit when he was pretty new, so I have no idea what he's like now. Haven't really been following his career or anything like that. Yeah, maybe beer. Come on, it's not like this every night. It's just whenever I get into a rant. But I mean, that's the whole reason I'm ranting, right? Is just there's a lot of shit that I'm really unhappy with right now in the world. Left a bad taste in your mouth. Yeah, I mean, based off what you said, that worried me. I feel a little scared to check it out now. Hello, world. But yeah, I don't know. I try not to go off on my rants because it's just sort of it is really kind of fruitless and a downer essentially, right? Because it's just stuff that it's unfortunately like when you become informed about stuff that's going on, it's sort of it's kind of an info hazard sort of thing where it's like now you know it and then everything else is just going to frustrate and upset you because you're powerless to do anything about it and you're mad that like more people aren't mad about the thing that you're mad about, you know. And it's all kinds of stuff. Like it's really frustrating watching people like how rough and difficult it is to get people to like embrace unions and things like that, which is weird given how people are fucked daily by corporations in the United States, but they don't know enough to do the things that are in their best interests. And it sucks to kind of just sort of watch that happen over and over without really being able to do much about it. And that's just one of, unending examples of many, many things that are wrong. But it's fine. It's fine. I will, in a moment, I'll be gone and you don't have to worry about this anymore. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see